Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. There are full tutorials available on the website, on the YouTube channel as well. Line by line code is explained and you can create wonderful websites for your projects, for the school projects or for college projects or for any business requirements. Definitely try to build these projects. The source code is available and full tutorials are also available in the YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So now let's go to the website. So you can see the navbar, home, about, qualification. You can see the hover effect on the navbar elements and you can see how we neatly align the text as well as we have aligned the information as experience, projects completed and companies worked with by using the justify content space around text, and then we can go to the about me section. You can see the hover effect on the button and you can see the technologies. This the way that we have aligned backend and front end. You can see the icons that we have added before the technology name, and you can see how we align the subtitle element and as well as subtitle, and we have also added the underline using the after effect of CSS function. Then we can see the professional qualification, that is experience, and by using the grid we have aligned them in the website. And you can see the icons also, how we integrate the icons. Then you can see the resume button and you can see the hover effect. Then we have the services section, that is front end. You can see the hover effect on the box and you can see the box will expand as well as the background color will change. And then we have the projects. You can see the projects. Then you can see the hover effect on the demo button. You can see how neatly we have aligned them, equally spaced. Then you can go to the testimonial section. You can see how the testimonial section is aligned. By clicking on this button, you can change. By using the directly also, it will move from one testimonial to another testimonial by 2 seconds to each testimonial. It will repeat by using JavaScript JS delivery. By using that library, we are creating this. Then you can go to the contact me section, get in touch. You can see the hover effect on the button. Then you can see those footer elements, social media icons. You can see the hover effect, and this you can see the now bar also, scroll bar also. You can see hover effect on the scroll bar, and this website is entirely responsive. That is, it is available. It is also available in the mobile as well as in the tab version. Let me show you that. So you can see this is the mobile version. You can see how neatly it is aligned, and you can see all elements are aligned, equally spaced. There are no errors, and how neatly it is aligned. You can see by clicking on the menu element, you can get the menu icons visible, and you will be moved to that particular section whenever we click on that nav element. You can see the smooth transition also. If we go back, and this website is also available in tab version. You can see this is the tab version. The website is available in all three formats, as it is entirely responsive for different devices: tab, mobile, desktop version. We have seen the desktop version also. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. The full tutorial is also available in the uh, YouTube channel. Line by line code is explained over there. Please visit the channel for more amazing content. Thank you. Hello everyone. Now let's go through line by line code. So this is the website that we're going to build. Responsive portfolio website. This is the home page. Now let's go to the index.html file. In the index.html file, you can see the head section. In the head section, we have the meta tags. As then we have the title tag for the title of the website, that is responsive portfolio website. Then we have Google Forms that we have linked using link tag to our index.html file. Then we have linked our remix icons using link tag. This is the This is the external link that we're gonna use for having the icons embedded into our website. Then we have this icon.css, which is for the uh, JavaScript. This is for the swiper that we have added in our website. You can see here. Let me show you the image. Just one second. Um, just a moment. You can see how they are. This is done by using this uh, swiper.js CSS that we have linked here by using some code. Then we have our main CSS file, that is main CSS. You can see this is the main CSS file that we have. Then we can go to the body section. In the body section, we have the header section. In the header section, we have the main div, that is a container div. Then we have the nav div. In the nav, we have the first is a nav brand that we have, that is the logo name, by using the I element, which is nothing but the I tag, which is used for embedding the remix icon into into our website. You can see the home image. Let me show you in the home image. You can see this icon beside web div. That icon is done by using the I tag. Then we have the div for our nav elements. Inside div we have an order list. So we have an order list. Inside that we have a list item, and each list item has an anchor tag with an H reference to each and every section that we want to link our nav elements. Here you can see we have nav href is hero for the home section. So whenever you click on this nav element anchor tag, then it will move to the hero ID. You can see for this section we have ID equal to hero, so it will move to this particular section. So that is nothing but hr reference. And we have done for the about qualification services product and contact. Then we have another div for nav toggle. This is for menu icon. This is for the home. This is for the mobile version. You can see this icon. This is for the home icon that we have embedded over there using the RI menu 3 line. This is nothing but this is how you implement or integrate the remix icon into your website by mentioning the class as RI menu 3 line. Then the navbar as well as header ends here. Now let's go to the CSS consecutively. Here we can see the root element in the first section. That is, the root element is nothing but whatever the default values that you are going to use in the entire website. You can add those values here by giving them names in such a format. You can see here dash dash color dash primary colon. Here then you will provide the color here or font values. You can see this is the font size values 1.4 m, and font medium biggest values are nothing but these are the weight of the font elements. Then we have index menu values, z index values. So you can see all these values are default values that we are going to use in the entire website. So those values are added in the root element and they are called into the website into the each and every section using here you can see color equal to var color white. So we are calling color white by using the var element. This is how you call these root elements into the root element values into the main sections. So that you don't have to repeat all these values, you can just simply call them by using var and writing the name of that particular name that you have given to that default value. You can see this is the reset one. Whenever the website will restart and it will start from the beginning. Here we have added before and after for that. Then we have the h1 elements. For the heading tags, we are adding color and font size. And as you all know, as for the heading elements, that is heading tags, the size decreases as we increase the number. That is, h1 is the highest, biggest value, and h4 is the smallest size text. Then we have HTML. For the HTML, we write the font size. Then we have the code be very small. Then for the body, h1, all these elements and acknowledge paragraph element, we are writing margin padding equal to 0. And every acknowledge has its own style. So we are removing that list style type is none. So that we are removing the default list values. And for the image, we are giving maximum width is 100% and display is low. And for the anchor elements also, we have default values like underscore as well as color will be there for any anchor element that we directly use into our website. So those values can be removed by using the text declaration equal to none. Then we are adding our own personal color that by using the color tag. And name is equal to overflow variant, so it will not. So whatever the values it will go outside the required parameter, that is entire size of the website, it will be hidden. Then for the body section, we are adding the background color, font size, font family, color, margin line, and line height is added to the body element. Then we have the container. These are all default values that we are going to use, and by calling adding these class names, because you can see because we are here we have dot, right? So it means it's the class. You can see this is the container, right? Dot container is also available in lot of sections. You can see here. You can see dot container here, the header element. Then we have the same container tag also added here also. You can see in the hero section. So whatever the value that we are going to repeat again, so we don't have to write them again and again. So simply you can write at one time, and you can add them as classes to any section that you want to use simply by using this. So next, for the section we are giving padding, section heading. Next we have section title. Then you can see the margin is 8.0. This is for the header section. Then we have text alignment center. You can see the text is aligned exactly on the center. Then we have section title. So the section title will be font size and margin bottom equal to 0.5 m. And section subtitle, font size, font width, and position is given as related. And for the section subtitle after, this is nothing but you can see in the about section. Can see here we have an underline, orange color underline below who am I. This is done by using this after effect that we have in the CSS. So what we are doing is that we are creating position absolute so that it will take over the parent element. Parent element is section subtitle, right? So you can see here for this underscore parent element is section subtitle, which is who am I. So what I'm doing here is that width is 50%. I'm giving width is 50%. Height is 0.5 m. Background color is orange color I'm giving, and bottom is minus 1.5 pixel. Left is 50%. You can see that in the image that is exactly added to the center, and its length is half of that length of that who am I word, and that is done here by using the section subtitle after effect. This after and before effects are very important. Then for the grid elements, we are adding displace grid and gap is 3 rem. You can see here this one main section. You can see by using the display grid, we are aligning all these elements in the grid format. It is one after the another. So for that also we are using default value. For that also we are added default value, that is d grid equal to display grid, gap is 3 rem. So the distance between each and every object is 3 rem of gap. You can see between each and every object. Then you can, for the button, we are adding display signal block. For that padding is added, color, font size, and transition given. And we are using two different types of buttons in the website. One is button primary, one is button secondary. Background color is given and color is given to the button primary. You can see here in the button primary, you can see in the home section. This is section. Yes, you can see this is the primary button with the orange background and blue color text. This is given here. Then we have button secondary. Button secondary has background color is white and color is primary. Background primary color is given to it, and this can be seen in the contact section. You can see blue color and the text is in black color. And then we have the hover effects for both of them. Whenever we hover onto it, the background color will change and the color of the text also will change. Next, we have the header. For the header, we are giving positions fixed. Top is 0, left is 0, right is 0, display text, align icons is center. You can see all the items are aligned exactly with the center. Display text, so we are aligned each of them. You can see that. Then we have height, seamless transition is given to them. Then header scroll is given to them. Then we have the nav element. For the nav element, we are adding display flex. Justify content is space between, align icons is center. You can see each and every tag, each and every nav link is aligned. It will equally spaced between them. Then we have nav brand, that is nothing but the nav logo that we have added. You can see for that only we are giving the values get there. Nothing but the nav brand. Then we have nav brand I, that is for the I tag. We are adding the color equal to, color is added to it. Then we have nav list, and for the nav list we are using display flex. Column gap is 4. Then you can see the gap between each and every link element is 4 rem. Then we have for the nav link we are adding the transition. Transition is nothing but whenever we hover onto the nav elements, it will change its color, that is to orange color. You can see over color equal to change, color will change. nav toggle uh, is for the mobile version. So here what we are doing is that it will be display equal to none, means it will not be visible in the desktop version. It will only be visible in the mobile version. The nav element, you can see here, this nav element is there now. The nav button will only be visible in the mobile version. For that, we are added the values, that is font size, color is added, cursor pointer is given, and then we minor nav toggle button color will change into primary color. Here you can see this is for the maximum width of 968. That is below 968 width of devices only this will apply. That is this is nothing but the responsive web design. And here we are using the Elevate media screen. And here what we are doing for the nav list, we are creating text direction is equal to column and justify connect is center, alignment is center, row gap is 4L. So what is happening is that in the desktop version we have large space, so we are having entire navbar visible to us. We don't need any menu icon, but in the mobile version we don't have that much space, right? So what we are doing, we are creating a menu icon, and whenever we click on this menu icon, what will happen is that it will open a dialog, it will open a new box, and it will show the all the nav elements that we have. And you can see here we are adding text direction is column, justify content is center, align items is center. So all these items are aligned exactly the center with space between each and every one. Then we have nav menu is fixed, position is 0, top is 0, left is 0, and we have displays none, and then justify content is center. So this one is for the mobile version. We are going to display in this way, right? So we don't have to display the second time on the heading section. So we are going to remove this nav bar which will be hidden in the mobile version. Only this nav bar will be visible in the mobile version. Then we have navbar open flex and nav toggle display is equal to block. Here you can see this will only activate whenever you click on the nav menu button. So what it will happen is that uh, whenever you click on this nav menu button, you can see the top right. What will happen? It will go to the JavaScript. First we have created constant, that is nav menu, nav toggle, nav item, and header. You can see all these values are referred from the index.html file that we have. You can see here we have the nav toggle here. This is the nav toggle. Then we have nav menu here. You can see the header is here. So these values are referred here by using getElement by ID. And we are creating constants for nav menu, nav toggle, nav item, and nav header elements. And what we are doing, we are adding now for this nav toggle, we are adding an event listener. So whenever you're gonna click on the nav icon, that is, you can see whenever you click on this icon, it will open the nav menu. It will open this nav menu. So what will happen? So this is the function set and closes the menu when the user clicks the new links. So this is nothing but whenever you click on the nav menu, you open the menu bar and you click on any of the menu items. That is, you clicked on the home, then it should close and it will move back to that particular website, right? So what we are doing here in the code, we are adding an event listener to it. So whenever you click on the nav menu, it will open the nav menu to that particular section and it will remove the nav menu open one. That means it will make the display flex, right? It will remove this one. What will happen? The display flex element will be lost and now we will get display equal to none. Because we have display equal to none, so the menu bar will be hidden. Like it will come back to this section and it will move to the section, whatever section that we have clicked. If you click to the home section, it will come to the home section and it will disappear. That is added over here. Then we have the change in nav toggle icon. So this is for the change in nav element. So what happens is when we click on the menu icon, you want the menu bar to show. At the same time, you want the icon to change, right? You want the cross icon. So it will showcase that when I click on this cross icon, it will go back to the normal position and it will display menu icon. So this functionality is added here. You can see by using the JavaScript that where it contains class is nav menu open. We will replace menu icon with the close icon. That is, whenever you click on the menu icon, first you clicked on the menu icon, right? So what will change? It will change the menu icon into the cross icon. And whenever You can see nav toggle replace the else part. The else part is what it will replace. It will exchange both of them. That is close line. That is cross line will replace with menu icon. So whenever you click on the cross line, you go back to the menu icon and then the bar will close. Then this is for the testimonial section. We'll go to in the testimonial block. Then we can go to the hero section. It is the main section. In the main section, we have the hero section, and the hero section as that is as container. Then we have another div for dgrid. Dgrid, this is nothing but grid. It will make the website as grid that we have used. We have seen the default values that we have given, and we have the div. Here we have a div which contains hero content, h1, h2 element for hero title and hero description. Then we have another div for our years of experience, projects completed, and companies worked with. So we have three divs. Each and every div element we are adding paragraph element. T element is for paragraph element, and h2 is the heading element that we have used. Then we have image tag for adding the image. This is the portfolio image to our website. Then the hero section ends here. The hero section ends here. Then we can go to the hero section. Let me show you. This is the hero section. Hi, I'm Aviran, web developer. And the text, paragraph text we have added, and we have added the div that is our years of experience, projects completed, and the portfolio image. Now let's go to CSS. How we have designed in such a way that all these elements are aligned perfectly in the website. So now let's go to the CSS. Here you can see hero wrapper, minimum height is given, padding is given, hero content, text align is center, everything is aligned exactly at the center of the website. Then we have for the hero title, we are adding font size, margin color, and position is added. And for the hero title, we are adding positions absolute. You can see here, you can see hero title. This is the title, right? The developer title. We are adding this underline using the after effect that we have in the CSS. You can see here, width equal to 10 rem, height is 0.5 rem, and bottom minus 2 rem. So that is the reason it is aligned exactly below the web developer, and it is taking the 10 rem of width because we added 10 rem as width. Then we have hero description. For the hero description, we are added margin bottom and line height. Line height is nothing but the gap between each and every line of text that we have here. That is nothing but the line height. Then we have hero info. For that border top padding is given. Display flex direct, flex to wrap is wrap. Justify content is center. This hero information is nothing but the three elements are there, right? So we are using display flex. So they are aligned they are aligned one after the another, and we are using flex wrap is equal to wrap. And we have given gap equal to 5 rem, right? So for each and every section, we have 5 rem of gap between them. 5 years of experience and 5 rem of gap. 30 plus projects completed with 5 rem of gap. And we have 6 companies work. So this gap is added here. Next we have hero number. For the number, we have given the font size, font weight, color, and margin bottom. And hero info title, we have given font size, font weight, and color. Then we have the media query. This is for the maximum width of 968. That is, this is from the below version. That is mobile version and tab version. Yeah, this responsive revision will apply. And here you can see that we are given for the hero image width equal to 230 pixels. Justify selfie center. So we will align it exactly at the center. You can see in the mobile version. Because this is for the mobile version, you can see it is exactly at the center it is applied. So then we have about content. For the about content about title, we have given the maximum weight and transition effect. Then we have align margin bottom, justify skill section, skills qualification. Yes, right. So now yes, now the image will be added exactly at the center in the mobile version. You can see here this image. Now let's go to the about section. Now let's go to the about section. We have this is the about section, but we also have the main div, that is nothing but the container div, and then we have the first div, that is section header, section title, and section subtitle. We have read about this already. The default values that we are given, you can see here. this heading, right? This heading value is about, this is the about me is nothing but section title. Who am I is the section subtitle. Underscore is the that we have used using the After Effect. For that only we are for this is the div for that. And then we have the second div which has the main about wrapper. In that we have the first div, that is about content div. Inside we have about title, and by using the h3, that is heading tag. Then we have the paragraph tag for the paragraph to have the paragraph details. Then we have the anchor tag. We have added the anchor tag for the button, and here you can see no more button is added. In the report page also you can see no more button. Then we have uh, the main skills div. You can see then we have the main skills div. Inside this skills div, we have h3 element, that is heading element for technologies, and then we have another div, that is skills wrapper div, inside which we have two main divs. One is skills content div, which is replicated twice for both backend as well as frontend. For backend and frontend, and we are using an order list, and on order list then we have list item, and for each list item we are using I tag to have the icons integrated, the remix icons to integrated into the website. We are using the I tag, and you can see RI arrow right. So this arrow right is nothing but the icon. You can see here beside Python, PHP, Node.js, MongoDB, we have arrows, right? That icon is actually done by using here, using the I elements. And the same code is again replaced here, that is copied again for the next skill sections in the front end, that is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and React.js. And the another list ends and the div also ends. That is the about section ends here. Then we can go to the about.css. You can see the content. For the about content, what we are doing, margin is auto, section bottom is toRem, and text align is center. We can see all the text is aligned exactly to the center. Then for the about title, we are adding font size and margin bottom. You can see this is the about title. I am a professional and experienced front-end developer. Then for the about description, we added the margin bottom, skill section. Then we can go to the skill section. Just 1 second. Okay. Okay, next we can go to the skills section that we have done, that is justify yourself is center, and skill title. You can see the skills title here on the website, that is backend and frontend. They are aligned exactly at the center of the blocks. We have created two divs, right? Two separate divs, and this technology is the entire div, right? So for each div we are adding the background color also, and you can see the skills wrapper, display flex, justify self is justify candidate is center with gap of 2 rem. You can see Python, then theorem gap, then we have PHP, and they're all aligned exactly the center of the box. Then we have skills content. For that, background color is given here, and box shadow is given, padding is given to it, and you can see the box shadow effect for this box, and you can see the background color is different from the major background color of the website. And for each skills item, we are giving margin bottom. Skills subtitle, we are doing text align is center. Then for the icons also, we are adding the color, that is nothing but the orange color is added to them. You can see for the icons that we have used, that is our icon. Then we can go to the qualification section. We can go to the qualification section. This is the qualification section, and we have the main div, that is the container div. Then we have the div for heading, that is section title and section subtitle, which we have already seen for the qualification for the above section, and you can see the same thing is for the qualification section. That is nothing but qualification for the title. Then we have experience and education in the subtitle, and as per using the After Effect, we have already gone through the code. Then we can go to the next thing, that is the next div, that is the professional experience section. In this we have the main div, and inside div we have the h3 element, that is heading element, and we are integrated on remix icon by using the I tag. That's nothing but a briefcase icon. Then we have a div, that is the main div, for which we are adding the grid to it, so it can be aligned one after the another, one beside the another. And here we are using divs to separate our experiences. There are total of 3 divs, and each div contains an HT element, that is the heading element. And then we have the paragraph element for the description of the qualification. Then we have span element for the for mentioning the time, that how much time that the person has worked in a particular company using span element. And the same div is copied again for 3 times. Then we can go to the next div, that is the education div. You can see it is exactly the replica of the qualification div. The only change is that the data will change. You can see the first we have an h3 element for the heading, that is education. Then we have an I tag for adding the remix icon. Then we have the main div for which we are adding the grid, and in that we have 3 divs. For each and every div we have the h3 element for the section title, then we have the paragraph element for the description, and we have added the span element for mentioning the time. You can see 2016 to 2017, and the same code is copied again for 3 times. Then we have the last div, which is the qualification footer. This is for adding the see my full resume, as well as resume button we are added by using the anchor element. And here the section ends, the qualification section ends here. So now let's go to the CSS. So for the entire qualification wrapper, we are adding the margin bottom is 5M, and qualification content row gap is 5M. You can see for each and every row, here you can see this is the first section, right? Professional section. We have 5M of gap, then the education section starts here. So next we can see qualification name display equal to flex, column gap is 1 time is given to it. You can see qualification name that we have, that is nothing but the this professional experience is the qualification name, and we are giving border bottom 1 pixel solid, and the background color you can see the small underscore line is there, right? So that is done by using the border bottom. Then we have the qualification title, for that font size, font weight, and margin bottom is given. And qualification description, margin bottom is given for the qualification description. You can see for the description we have a margin given to it, space, that is nothing but a space is given between them. Then we have qualification date, for that we are given font size and font weight. Then we have qualification footer. This qualification footer is border top is added to them, and is nothing but you can see the underline is there, right? So similar way the underline will be added, and below it we have the resume, as well as the no view my full resume, and resume button will be given to them, will be added at that particular point. Then we have the service section. Then we can go to the services section. 1 second. Services section. This is the services section. So now let's go to the code. In the services section, you can see we have the main div as a container div, main div as a container div. Then we have the same section header div, that is section title and section subtitle. You can see the same thing here, that is services, what I do, and underline by using the after effect in the CSS. Then we have the main div. In the main div we are added the grid to it, and each grid, in that grid we have 3 services that we have added, that we are by using the div elements, and inside that we have the div for for adding the remix icon. You can see here we have added the icon to our website. You can see the icons, so that icon is added here. And then we have the h3 element for the heading, and we have added the break tag. BR means break tag. So this break tag, it will break the line of sentence. You can see front end, because we added the break tag, development comes below it. So next we have an anchor tag for adding the no more button that we have added by using the anchor element. Same code is copied again for 3 services. Then you can go to the CSS, and you can see for the card we are adding the background color is black, that is added, box shadow is given. You can see the here image, you can see the box shadow around the box, around the card. Then width is given, justify content is center. Then whenever you hover onto this card, the background color will change. You can see the orange color. This happens, I have taken the picture so that you can be able to understand it. So whenever I hover onto the button, I took the screenshot of it. So whenever you hover onto this card, the background color will change into orange color. So that is done here. Its background color will change. And whenever you enter the service card, the service link also color will change. Next, we have the service icon. For that, we are giving font size, color is margin bottom is applied to them. And then we have the service title. And for the service title, you can see the title has a blue color. Is the heading for the each and every section, and they are aligned exactly at the center. Then we have the project. And the project section starts here. I will show you the projects. So this is the project section. Now let's go to the code. The HTML code. This is the product section. We have the main div as container div. Then we have the secondary div, that is section header, section title, and section subtitle using h2 and span element, which we have already gone through. And you can see here project my recent work and underscore, that is done by using the After Effect in the CSS. Then we can go to the next div, that is the main div, grid div. Here I'm added the projects. I've added 3 projects and I'm using div to separate each and every project. The first div, you can see we have an image for adding the image of the project. Then we have h3 tag for the project title and paragraph element for adding some information about the project. And we have using the anchor element as well as I tag for adding the remix icon to this. It is demo. You can see here we have an arrow here. The arrow is added before the before the demo word. So that one is added by using the remix icon by using the I tag. So the same code is copied again for three more times for 3 projects. You can do it for as many projects that you want to add. And you can see project content will be 100%. Also with this 30 rem justify selfish center. So we have aligned exactly at the center. All data is aligned exactly at the center. For the image we are added. Then project title we are adding color, font size, and margin bottom is added. Project description, margin bottom is 2 rem. You can see the project description, and below it we have added 2 rem of gap. Then we have the demo button. Then we can have the project link, font size, text transforms uppercase, display flex, align items is center, column gap is 0.5, then transition is added to them. And whenever you hover onto this project link, it will change the color, and it will column gap will change into from 0.5 rem to 1 rem. You can see what is this column gap, how this changes that. Whenever you hover onto the demo button, you can see the background color will change. At the same time, when the column gap also changing, right? So the arrow will move like it has moved from its original position. You can see in the demo blue color, in the first travel website, the arrow icon is very close to the demo button. But in the next one portfolio website, the background color is changed to orange, and the icon is moved a little bit forward. It shows that it shows a very professional look to the website. So this is done by using by changing hover effect, and then in that hover effect we are changing the column gap to 1 rem from 0.5 rem. So it will look like it has moved. Then we have the testimonial section. We have this is the testimonial section. You can go to the testimonial section in the index.html. We have the main div as a container div. Then we have the section header, section title, and section subtitle using h2 and span element, which are already gone through. And it will make the text elements to align exactly at the center. And this underscore is done by using the After Effect that we have used in the CSS. Then we have the main div, that is testimonial wrapper. In that we are using the swiper JavaScript, so we have to mention swiper here. And we have the div swiper wrapper, inside which we are aligning the testimonials, which contains all the testimonials. In the first div, each and every testimonial is separated using a div. So each and every testimonial has its own div. Then we have the image. Then we have another div element for testimonial content. In that we are using paragraph element for the information, and h3 element for the name of the testimonial name, and span element for the designation. the occupation that the user is present. And the same code is copied again for 3 times, and we are using another day for swiper pagination. I'll let you. Swiper pagination is nothing but, you can see here this small orange color line, right? These 3 lines at the bottom of the uh, section. This is nothing but swiper pagination. So that whenever you click on this button, the this will move. That means the testimonials will move one after the another. So whenever you click on it, and we also have added the JavaScript also, that it moves automatically. I will tell you that code also. We are using testimonial card for each and every card. Text align is center, justified items is center, margin bottom is student. You can see all the data is aligned exactly to the center, and margin bottom is given as student. Then student the distance is given. Then for the testimonial image, maximum width is given. Border radius is 50%. You can see by adding the border radius 50%, you get an exact circular image. Then we have testimonial description. For that we are added the color and margin bottom. Then we have the testimonial name. For that we are added a margin bottom as well as font size. For the testimonial occupation we are added the font size. Wrapper, swiper wrapper, we are adding the padding bottom is freedom. You can see the padding bottom before the page motion. This is freedom. Then we have the swiper pagination bullets. Justify content is space around. You can see these bullets. Then we have background color is black color, border radius is 0, width equal to 3 run, height equal to 0.5 run. You can see the swiper bullets below orange, these lines that when I click on it, the slides will move. That is nothing but the pagination bullet. Background color is changed whenever you hover onto that particular active, or when active link means whenever you click on it, so it will change its background color to orange color. You can see orange color available at this pagination. Then we have the contact wrapper. Before that, I will tell you the testimonial slide. So what is that means? So by using the JavaScript slider swiper library, we have done this. So what will happen is that for every 2 seconds of delay, this will move. That means one testimonial will move and the next testimonial will come to this place and it will be visible. So that is added using the JavaScript. Here you can see I'm creating a testimonial slide, and I'm creating a new swiper, that is testimonial wrapper. This testimonial wrapper is nothing but, you can see here, testimonial wrapper. This is the main div which holds all these testimonials that we have added, right? 3 testimonials. So we are referring here, it over here. And we are create loop is equal to means it will continue, it will infinitely loop, it will continuously loop again and again. And here we are adding the effect is cover flow, that is cover flow is nothing but, you can see the both the other elements are hidden lightly, and you can see it will only show the main one in a big format exactly at the center. It is added here. Then we have added drag cursor. The rotation is 50, stretch is 0, depth equal to 100%, but modifier is 1, slide shadows is 2. That is the reason you can see the shadow effect. You can see the light shadow effect for the beside ones. And then you can see for the pagination, slide pagination, we are clickable equal to true. That is for this buttons that we have below. So whenever you click on these buttons also, the slides will move. That is added here by using clickable equal to true. And slide preview is auto. Then we have header scroll animation. This is for the header element. So whenever you scroll to each and every section, that is 40, then the header scroll will be added. So the header will be visible at the top. Then for the scroll table animation, this scroll table animation is nothing but, so whenever you visit the website, the first website, it will display the elements one after the another in a smooth animation format. That is done by using the scroll reveal. And here we are creating 2 seconds, 2 milliseconds of duration is given. The distance is 100 pixel, delay is 400, reset is false. You can see by using this, simply by adding sr.reveal, what will happen is that first hero content and about content will be displayed. You can go to the hero section. So this hero content what will happen is that it will come from the bottom and it will showcase at the top. That animation is done by using this here. You can see SR reveal hero here, SR reveal hero content and about image. And you want this hero image origin to be top, right? By mentioning which origin, by mentioning origin means from which direction that you want to reveal this item into the website. Here you can see for the hero image, we want the origin from top. That means the image will come from top to bottom. The about say information, that is hi, I am Abhiram developer, information will come from bottom top side. This animation is done by using this scroll reveal. And this is how simple it is to just add the class names that you want to have this animation, and you just mention the delay and interval, or you can mention the origin. You can mention here in the qualification footer text and contact content. Here we are adding origin is equal to left. From left side it will move into the website. And for the qualification footer and qualification button, we are adding the origin equal to right side, right? From the right side, it will move into the website. The smooth animation is done by using this scroll reveal animation. That is JavaScript library. That simple it is. With this very minimal code, we can do that animation to our website. Then we can go to the contact section. This is the contact section we have. HTML is done. Contact section. In the contact section, we have the main div as container. Then we have the div that create main div. Then we have two divs. And in the first div, we have the contact content using HTML element, contact title, and paragraph element for contact description. Then we have the second div for having an anchor element for get in touch button. You can see the image. See the image. Contact me. Let's work together. And then we have a get in touch button. You can see contact wrapper, text element is center. For the contact title, we are adding the font size and margin bottom. Contact content, we are adding the max width equal to margin, and margin is also given. Then we have contact description, margin bottom is student. You can see the margin bottom student for the text. Then we have the footer, and for the footer, let's go to the footer section. You can see in the footer section, we have the main div as container, then we have the second div that is grid, and we have the div for footer content. Inside we have h4 element for footer title and another list. We have the another list, and each another list has and list item, and list item has their anchor tag embedded into it, and also an I tag for adding the remix icon integration into the website. Here we are adding the social icons, that is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and GitHub. We have adding the using another list item anchor tag as well as I tags for adding the remix icons into our website. Then we have the second div for footer content. In that we have HTML element for the footer title and anchor element for footer contact, that is the email mentioned email. Then the same content for call me, that is mobile number. And then we have a paragraph tag for copyright, and by using editor copy colon symbol, we can have the copyright symbol for website. We can see the copyright C inside a circle. Then you can see we have added swiper.js, this for adding the scroll reveal as well as swiper function. And then we have added the scroll reveal by using the script tag, and we have also added the main JavaScript file, this JavaScript file to our index.html. You can now go to the CSS for the footer. Background color is given, padding is given to it. Then we have the wrapper, padding and gap is given, that is 5rem. You can see 5rem of gap between each and every section. Then we have the title. For the title, then we have social list, display flex, gap is 3rem. You can see the flex direction, all the social icons are aligned one beside another with a gap of, with each gap is given of 3rem. Then we have footer social link, font size, color is given, transition is given to them. Then we have the footer content and footer contact, then footer social overlink, that is the mood is over into the footer elements. The color will change from white to orange. What is added here? Then we have footer copyright center, exactly at the center we want the all rights reserved copyrights in the right. It is added here. Then WebKit scroll bar is nothing but the scroll bar that we have added in our website. You can see the scroll bar. This is the scroll bar. You can see here also. This is the scroll bar that we have added for our website. It is done here by using the WebKit scroll bar by mentioning the width of it. Border radius is 0.5. Pattern color is given to it. And thumb is nothing but you can see here. This is the thumb, the small one on which by using which we can be able to scroll our website. And over background color we are changing into orange color. Then we are using the media queries, that is responsive web design. And here we are using minimum width is 560, right? So above 560 width devices, whatever that is tab desktop version, that for that versions, we are going to apply these changes to them. So here, what is this responsive web design is that? So first you will develop either desktop version or mobile version, then you will change the values accordingly to the, if you develop for the desktop version, you have a lot of space, right? So we took most font size, you have given big font size is given there. But in the mobile version, we cannot have that much big this screen size, right? So at that time, we are gonna change those values by using this media queries. That is nothing but the responsive web design, so that it looks good in the different mobile devices also. Here we are using a minimum width is 560 pixel, that is above 560 pixel device is values will apply. And here I am using grid template column is required equal to 2 justify content is center. So this grid template column is nothing but you can see in the project section. We have three here. Three projects are aligned in the, because this is the desktop version, right? And the screen size is large. So what happened? The screen size is reduced. Then what will happen is the grid template column equal 2. That means only two projects will visible at the top. Then the remaining third project will come below. That is done here by you can see here, grid template column equal to repeat 2. So you only want to repeat 2. Then we will make the remaining one display below it. So there's only small changes will be there. You can see display values will change, select direction, center, and most of the time these only display values will change, grid display values will change because we don't have lot spaces in the mobile devices, right? We have lot spaces in the desktop version, so we want to use the entire space. We can use grid template column equal to 3 so that we can be able to have the entire space and all our data can be visible. You can see text align, transform. You can see all these are only small changes. We are not adding any new codes. We are just changing the grid template column values, display values, the margin values we are changing. These are all values already written. We are just changing this values, small changes. You can see grid template column is equal to 3 because this is the desktop version, right? So for the desktop version, we have a lot of space. So we are going to have 3 projects at single place. So we added grid template column equal to 3. And contact wrap-up displays flex space between justify content to center. And you can see for the contact, they're aligned exactly at the center. The space is added between them. That is contact me and get in touch button. The space is added between them because we have added align at the center and justify content is space between. That's it. That's it for the website. So if you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. It takes really lot of efforts for having this full tutorials. I'm explaining line by line code, each and every section code I'm explaining to you. Definitely try to visit for more videos in the YouTube channel and like, share and subscribe. We are very near for getting monetization and for having really good effects into making these videos. I hope you love it. Definitely, if you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. There are full tutorials available on the website, on the YouTube channel as well. Line by line code is explained, and you can create wonderful websites for your projects, for the school projects or for college projects or for any business requirements. Definitely try to build these projects. The source code is available and full tutorials are also available in the YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So now let's go to the website. So you can see the navbar, home, about, qualification. You can see the hover effect on the navbar elements. and you can see how we neatly align the text, as well as we have aligned the information as experience, projects, computer, and companies worked with by using the justify content space around text. And then we can go to the about me section. You can see the hover effect on the button, and you can see the technologies. This the way that we have aligned backend and front end. You can see the icon that we have added before the technology name, and you can see how we align the subtitle element and as well as subtitle, and we have also added the underline using the after effect of CSS function. Then we can see the professional qualification, that is experience, and by using the grid we have aligned them in the website. And you can see the icons also, how we integrate the icons. Then you can see the resume button, and you can see the hover effect. Then we have the services section, that is front end. You can see the hover effect on the box, and you can see the box will expand, as well as the background color will change. And then we have the projects. You can see the projects. Then you can see the hover effect on the demo button. You can see how neatly we have aligned them, equally spaced. Then you can go to the testimonial section. You can see how the testimonial section is aligned. By clicking on this button, you can change. By using the directly also, it will move from one testimonial to another testimonial. 2 seconds to each testimonial. It will repeat by using JavaScript JS delivery. By using that library, we are creating this. Then you can go to the contact me section, get in touch. You can see the hover effect on the button. Then you can see those footer elements, social media icons. You can see the hover effect, and this you can see the now bar also, scroll bar also. You can see hover effect on the scroll bar. And this website is entirely responsive. That is, it is available. It is also available in the mobile as well as in the tab version. Let me show you that. So we can see this is the mobile version. You can see how neatly it is aligned, and you can see all elements are aligned, equally spaced. There are no errors, and how neatly it is aligned. You can see by clicking on the menu element, you can get the menu icons visible, and you will be moved to that particular section whenever we click on that nav element. You can see the smooth transition also. If we go back, and this website is also available in tab version. You can see this is the tab version. The website is available in all three formats, as it is entirely responsive for different devices: tab, mobile, desktop version. We have seen the desktop version also. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. The full tutorial is also available in the uh, YouTube channel. Line by line code is explained over there. Please visit the channel for more amazing content. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. And if you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel. There are more awesome websites built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, React.js as well. And we have added so many animation. We have used a lot of JavaScript libraries like AOS, animation, and typing JavaScript. So definitely try to visit the channel. And now let's go through the website. You can see the hover effect on the navbar, the color change effect, and you can see the hover effect on the social media icons, and you can see the box shadow effect around the navbar, and you can see the hover effect, as well as you can see the color change, background color change, and hover effect on the button. Then you can see the bar design using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, so that we can be able to mention the proficiency at that particular work. You can see here. Then we have added some icons to represent the things that we do, that is web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. And you can see the projects here. You can see the hover effect on the button. Then you can see the projects. You can see the hover effect on the demo button. You can see how neatly we have given the background color to the entire project work. Then you can see here 2 more projects, demo buttons. Then we have the contact me form, name, email and message, and you can see the hover effect on the button and the footer with social media icons. This entire website is also available in mobile and tab version. That is, it is entirely responsive website. Let me show you that. This is the desktop view of the website as you've seen before. Now let's try to go to see the tab version and mobile version of the website. You can see this is the mobile version of the website, how neatly they are aligned, the projects as well as the contact me form. You can see how neatly they have all been aligned. You can see this is the navigational bar, and you can see below support at the date, email, our contact details and the social media icons. And you can see the responsiveness of this website, that is movement from one page to the another by clicking on the particular navbar. You can see the project. So this website is entirely responsive, and this entire website is made using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing front-end works using HTML, CSS and JavaScript as well as React.js. If you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the description. Please let me know in the comment section, and the source code is available in the description. And definitely try to build this project. Thank you. Hello everyone. Now let's go through the line by line code for this professional portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So now let's go to index.html file. In the index.html file, you can see in the head tag we have the meta elements for SEO purposes. Then we have the title tag for providing the title of the website, that is responsive portfolio. Then we have links to connect the font families and Google API with our index.html. We have used the link tag and we have referred them to through an external link. Then we have another link tag to link our style.css file. You can see this is our style.css file. Then we have linked two images. One is the PNG and one is the SVG file that we want to load before the website. That is the reason we have mentioned relevance is preload. Those two elements are added by using the link tag in the head section. So those will be reloaded first. Then let's go to the body section. In the body section, right now we are in the header section, and in the header section you can see that we have a div as container, and in the div we have an anchor tag to referring to our image, that is a portfolio image. Then we have our nav element, navbar tag for having the nav elements, that is one. We have another div where nav top, that is portfolio image, as well as we have this nav close button which is for the uh, mobile view. Whenever the screen size is small, we will not be able to display the entire website, right? So we will not be able to display this entire nav bar. So because the size of this screen is very small for the mobile, so we will hide this website using the uh, before and after function in the CSS file and using an aside function. By clicking on that button, we will be able to recall that navbar into our website. So for that, we are adding that nav button here, which is for the mobile. Then we have this portfolio image is for, you can see here, the portfolio image is here. Then we have Then we have the unordered list. For then we have list item, and by using the anchor element we are writing the navbar elements, that is home, about, projects, contact. And by adding the h reference we are moving to that particular section. So whenever you click on this particular button, that is when you click on the home button, you will be moved to the home section. You can see here the home section we have id as home. So for the particular id, whatever id we mention here in the h reference of that particular anchor tag, that for that section we will be moved. So here I am mentioning hashtag home and hashtag about, hashtag project, hashtag contact. Then we have another div, that is to mention the uh, Gmail, email address as well as mobile number. This will also visible in the mobile view. And we have next we have is the social links, that is our Twitter. By using the unordered list we are having the list elements, that is list elements. Then we have anchor element, and we have used the ion icons for this. Here I am linking Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Then we come to the end of the navbar. Then we have another button function to open the nav menu button. That is in the mobile version we won't be able to have the entire navbar, so we'll be adding a menu button. So whenever you click on that menu button, then it will open the menu bar, that is our navbar. And whenever you click on the cross button, that is mentioned here, you can see this is the close button. So whenever you click on this close button, automatically the menu will close. So next we have an overlay. Then we have header section completes here. So now let's go to the css file along with our html, so that you can be able to understand each and every section perfectly. Let me show you the image also. So first we will go to the root element. So root is nothing but whenever you want to reuse the values again and again in your website, you don't have to write them every time. You don't have to mention like this HSLA 0%, 100%. It will take a lot of time. So you will mention all those values by giving them particular names, like I mentioned here, that dash dash byte. So such values you can mention here, and by using the var element, you can let me show you the var element. Here you can see HTML font family var. Then I'm mentioning the name that I've given, that is ff manrope. So here you can see here ff manrope is the font family that we are using, that is manrope font family. So it will be directly use it at that particular point without having to write this entire value. So such elements are represented in the root element. You can see all the colors I have mentioned here. Then font family, then font sizes I have mentioned. Then I have font weight, that is 700. Then section padding and shadow effects. You can see the shadow effect here also. The box shadow effect, that effect values also I have mentioned here. Then I have radius values, then transition values also I have given. Next we can go to the star, that is the basic values, starting values. Margin padding is 0, box size is border box. Then we have list element. For any default list value there will be default css will be applied to those list items. So we are removing those values by using list style equal to none. And for the anchor tag, image tag, span and button, and for the ion icons we using display is equal to block. And for the anchor tag also we have inherited, that is default value. So here we are giving color inherent. Then text declaration is none, is that we will remove the underline. You can see that whenever we are up using anchor tag in the website, you can see that it will have an underline and it will be in the blue color. So those values can be removed by using the text decoration is none. Then for the image also we are mentioning the height is auto. And for input and button and text area, for these three form values we are using background equal to none, border equal to none, font is inherent. Inherent means that the default values that is present, those values will be taken. Then input for the text area, width equal to 100%. Button, for the button we are adding cursor pointer. You can see whenever I hover onto the index.html file, you can see the pointer. So pointer value, that is nothing but cursor pointer. And for the ion icons we are using pointer event is none. HTML section for the entire body of the section, and we are using the font family. font size and scroll behavior is smooth. Then we have body element. For that we are adding the background color, and the color to the color is also added to it. Then we have adding font size and line height. Line height is nothing but you can see the gap in each and every line is mentioned. Hello, I am Abhiram. Then in the next line we are having some space, and we are based in Russia. So that space is nothing but the line height. The gap between each and every line is nothing but line height. Then we have body.nav active overflow equal to hidden. So whenever the nav bar goes out, the elements are more, then it will be hidden. And this WebKit scroll bar is nothing but the scroll element that we have used. Uh, this is the scroll. This is how you implement scroll bar to your personal website. Then you can give the background color to it, and you can mention the hover effect also. So whenever you hover onto that scroll bar, you can see here this is the scroll bar for the VS Code. You can see that how the background color and the border radius is not given here also. You can see the square box. It is a little bit darker than the scroll bar itself. So those colors you can mention here. And whenever you hover onto it, you can see it glows. So similar way, here also I'm adding scroll bar thumb hover. I want change in color. Just like here, how it changes whenever hover onto it. Next, we have the container, that is padding inline is 10, 16 px, then social list, displays flex, align items is center, gap is 12 pixel. This social list is nothing but you can see here the social icons. So here we are using displays flex, and we are having space of 12 pixel between each and every social media icon. Then we have social link. For that we are using font size is 2rem, transition is where transition one, as I shown you on the website. Whenever you hover onto them, the social media icon will move towards upside. The transition effect value is given here. Next we can see whenever you hover onto any of the social link, a transition will take place, that it will move towards upside and will change in color to orange color. Then we have a section. For the section we are adding padding block, where section padding is added to it. Then width is added to it. Then h1, h2, h3, h4, these are the heading tags, and for those heading tags we are adding the color and we are adding the line height. And for each and every tag we are mentioning the font size values for h1, h2, h3, h4. You can see as the h1 to h6 are the heading values. As you go from h1 to h6, the size of the values, the text will reduce. So here we are giving our own preferential values. Then for the button element, you can see the button element here also. This is the button element. Then for the button element, we are adding color, font size, font weight, border is given 2 pixels solid. Then we are max width is equal to max content. So how much is the content, that much space it can take. So based on the value that you mention here. Then we have padding is given 12 pixel and 28 pixel. You can see 12 pixel is up and down. Then we have 28 pixel left and right. And by using the border radius value, that is border radius, we are having a curved structure to both ends of the button by using the border radius value. Transition, uh, transition is nothing but whenever you hover onto this button, it will move towards upside, and whenever you hover onto this contact me button, it will change the background color and it will move towards upside. So it is also there, that is hover and focus value. You can see that it will move towards upside. And whenever you hover on button secondary, whenever you hover onto it, it will move, it will change its color, that is the background color will change into orange and it will move towards upside. Then next we have section text. For the section text, font size is given, margin block end is given, then grid list is display grid, gap is equal to 30 pixel. Then you can see here the grid list. This is these two elements are in the grid format, and we are giving the gap between them is given here, that is 30 pixel. Then we have data reveal. For the data reveal option, we are adding the transition effect, uh, transform translate minus 30 pixel. Then we have 30 pixel bottom. This is for the transition data revealing, that will happen whenever we refresh the website. Then we will get these values uh, changing, that is it will come in an animation format. Towards the top it will move for 30 pixel, and bottom value will be from 30 pixel, and left it will come from minus 30 pixel, and x direction it will come from 30 pixel. That means for each and every direction we are moving the elements through a smooth animation. Then we will reveal the data reveal will be happening. Then we have the header element. For the header element, we are position is absolute, that is it will be fixed on the top. Top is 0, left is 0, background color is white, width is 100%, padding block is given. Box shadow effect, you can see the box shadow effect around the nav bar, that is entire header section. You can see the box shadow effect, the shadow around the header section, that is done by using box shadow. Then when header is active, position is fixed, animation is slide in, that is 0.5 second is forward. So whenever you move from one section to another section, the nav bar will be fixed at the top, so it will be available in each and every section, that is given here. Then you can see header container, displays flex, the justify content is space between, and align items is center. So here what we are doing, here we have three elements. One is the logo, one is the nav bar, and one is the social icon list in the entire header section. So by using the flex and space between, we are giving equal space between each and every content, and we are aligning them at exactly at the center of this particular header. You can see they are aligned exactly at the center of the header. Then we can go to nav open button. This is for the mobile version. So whenever we are in the mobile version, we'll get this one. The button will be there available in the main header position, and the nav bar will be invisible. So whenever you click on that button, it will be visible. For that, we are adding the font size and color values. Then we have nav bar, that is fixed. Top is 0, left is minus 300 pixel, and background color is given. Background color and color is given to it. Max width, then width is given. Height, padding block, and displays flex direction is column. And then we have gap is 30 pixel, visibility is hidden. So these all values are given for the mobile version. So it will be, you can see here, left minus 300 pixel means, just imagine that this is the website slide. So what I'm doing, I'm giving minus 300%. That means it will move out of the website, because it is negative value, it will go out of the website, and the visibility is hidden. So whenever you click on the navbar button, that will be visible in the mobile version. Then you can see for the navbar we are adding an active element. By adding this active element, visibility will be visible, and transform transfer text is equal to 300 pixel. That is, it will move from minus 300 to 300. That means it is outside of the website. So whenever you click on the nav button, it will move inside of the website, and you can see a small slide effect, and you will be able to see the nav elements, that is uh, home, about, projects, as well as you can see here these values will be revealed. You can see home, about, projects, and contact will be revealed from the left side to right side. That is done here. Then we have nav top, that is displays flex, justify content is space between, align items is center. Next we have nav close button. So whenever you want to close the nav bar, you can have a cross symbol, that is here, by using the ion icon. We are having the close outline. It will be available in the nav bar. So whenever you click on that value, the what will happen is that it will move the back towards the back section, that is, it will become minus 300 again. It will nav bar will move out of the section. Then we have nav close button, ion icon. For that we are having the stroke width, which is the width of the icon. And whenever we over onto the nav close button, you can see the background color is changed. Then nav bar list, for that we are adding auto. Then nav bar link, this is for the mobile versions. Then we have the contact link transition. You can see for the contact link, this is the contact me button. So whenever you hover onto this button, the background color will change, and it will move towards upside. That values are mentioned here. Then we have overlay, that is fixed. Top is 0, left is 0, width is 100%, height is 100%, background color is 1, pointer dimension is none, opacity is 0, transition is var. You can see here this image is actually hovering onto another image, that is nothing but overload, uh, overlay. You can say overlay. And for that overlay we have this 250 plus projects done, this values given. So by using this overlay we are able to fix the position and we are able to arrange the element onto it. That is our portfolio image. Next we have hero section. uh, just 1 second, let me show you the hero section. So here we are in the main section, and in the main section we are in the hero section. In the hero section we have figure, that is the portfolio image, and hero shapes SVG file that we have. Next we have hero content. In the div, we have h1 element to represent the I am front-end developer, and paragraph element to mention the small information about the work that I am doing, and I'm using another div element to have both of my buttons, that is my projects and contact me buttons. This is the hero section, and for that only we have talked about the button system. Now let's talk about the hero. Then we have hero container, displays grid, gap is 50 pixels. So displays grid, so both are having in different containers, so they will act they will move each side by having a gap of 50 pixels. Then we have hero banner, position is relative, max width is max content, margin inline is auto. Margin inline is auto. You can see, so 1 second, you can see here this background and this image is actually the banner image for the hero element that is done here. Then we have W100, which is for the blob SVG file that we have used. For that we have given the values. Then we have hero shape. For that, position is absolute, bottom 10%, right is 2%, filter, drop, shadow, effect. Then you can see next. Next we have hero content, text align is center, all the data is aligned exactly at the center. Then we have section text, for that we are giving margin block. Then button wrapper, because we are adding display flex. Flex wrap is wrap, justify content is center, align items is center, and gap is 12 pixel. You can see my projects and contact me button, both are in the button wrapper. They are aligned exactly the center with a gap of 12 pixels. Next we have the about section. So let's go to the about section here in the index.html. So this is the about section. We have container as the main div, then we have wrapper div, and then we have another div for the left, that is for the left data that we have. That is what I do, and by using h2 element. Then we have paragraph tag to mention the values that I'm currently working on. Then we have towards the data release towards the right side. This is for the animation. That is how we are integrating the JavaScript library inside here. So by mentioning right and left, we are giving the animation reveal to it. So that means what I do and this paragraph element I'm working in web development will move from left side to right side. And this progressive list, that is web developer 100%, this mobile developer, and these values will move from right side to the center of the reveal. And you can see here I'm using an unordered list in the right hand side, that is progressive list. And we have list item. In the each list item I'm having two divs. One div is to mention what is the project, that what is the domain, that is web developer, by using the paragraph element. And by having the span element I'm mentioning the percentage of proficiency with that uh, particular domain that I'm working in. Then I have another div that is for to filling the progress bar. This is exactly how you're gonna fill the progress bar. Let me show you the image. Just 1 second. So you can see the progress bar is filled here, 100%, 90%, 85%, 90%. So this progress bar is done here. You can see I'm having a div named as progress. Then I have another div that is progress fill. So here what I am doing, I'm giving style equal to 100%. That is, I want to fill the entire div progress div with 100%, that so that it will looks like that I have 100% proficiency in this particular domain. So I am filling it with width equal to 100%. Here I am giving the width, and I am adding the background color. You can see in the same color we have this value, that is the progress bar, that spreads across the entire progress div, and we are showcasing that it is 100%. So similar way, if we are copying the same element progress item again, here you can see for the mobile developer I only have 90% proficiency. So what I'm doing, I am 80% proficiency, so I'm mentioning width is equal to 80%, and you can see I'm providing the background color is here. So by providing that, I'm telling that in the entire progress div I only have 90% of proficiency, so that this is how you represent it. Then similarly, you can copy again the list progress item two more times for two more elements, that is networking and debugging. And then we have uh, another div element, that is grid list. And this another list element, that is grid list, is actually the same things that we have done above, that is the four things that the person is good at, that is web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. We are here using svg files here and mentioning what we do in that particular order. That list is done here by using the unordered list again, and we are calling it, giving it last name as grid list. And here you can see we are using list item. In that list item we have div, main div, that says about card, and we have another div for adding the icon svg, that is image, and we have h3 element for adding the name of the, that is the title, and paragraph element to mention the information about that particular domain. And this same thing is copied again for 4 times, so here you can be able to get for the 4 elements that we have. You can see here we have web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. And now let's go to the css file. About wrapper displays grid, gap is 50 pixel, margin block and is called 70 pixel. You can see by adding the grid element we are aligning both elements in the row format, and we are having a gap of 50 pixel each between each of them. Then we have progress list, and for the progress list we have label wrapper, that is display flex, space between, justify condition space between, align items is center, margin block and is 4 pixel. You can see the progress list is nothing but this is the progress list, right? Web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. So we are aligning each of them one after the another, and we are having space between each and every one. You can see the space between each and every one. Then we have progress item, not last child, margin block end is given to it. Then we have progress bar. For that background color is black color. You can see that is the basic color that we are given. You can see this black color, that is the graded color first we giving as default value to it. Then we have border radius is rounded border radius. You can see we have curved edges like tube, small curved tube. Then we have progress field, height is inherent. Then about card, text align is center. You can see for the about card, that is this is the about card, all the elements are aligned exactly at the center. The icon, the title and the data, you can see they are all aligned exactly at the center. Next we have card icon. For that we are giving max width and margin inline. And for the about card, card title margin block is even. For the block card also we are giving the margin. Then then we can go to the project section. So now let's go to the project section. I hope you understand everything. So now right now we are in the project section. The project section we have the main div, that is the container div. You can see here. Then we have another div, that is title wrapper, and we are using data reveal is top, that is from top side to down side the animation will take place. In that we have a div to mention our latest projects, and paragraph element to mention check out the latest fully interactive projects. Then we have anchor tag, that is the buttons to see all the projects. Let me show you the image. So this is the image. You can see latest projects and the button and the top. Then we have the main grid list that we have used. Here we are using unordered list. For that I'm adding a grid list as a class, and I'm using list element. You can see this is the first list element, and in the list element I have the main div, project card div. Then we have card content div. In the card content div I'm having the data about the particular project, that is what is in what domain. We are using the paragraph tag to mention the domain, that is web development. We are using h3 element to mention the title of the project, that is responsive travel. And we are using paragraph tag again to have small information about the project, that is card text. Then we have an anchor tag to have the button by using this demo, which is nothing but the button. So whenever you hover on to that button, it will showcase you the movement of arrow forward line. You can see here, this is the one here, small arrow button. Oh, it's nothing. Then we have the second div. After that is the figure one. Figure is nothing but the image that we are importing. So in one div, that is the main div, in the main uh, div, that is project card div, we have one div element, that is card content, and another is the figure. So we are using two sections in it is very good thing to do that, so that you will be able to add the grid list to it, so that it will align exactly at the center. So now let's go to the style.css. You can see the margin block end is given to a title. For the button element, we are using grid list equal to gap equal to 40 pixel. You can see the gap between each and every project is 40 pixel of gap will be given. Then we have the for the project card padding displays flex direction is column. Then we have gap equal to gap is given, border radius and overflow is hidden. And for each and every card, that is for the card 1 and card 2, we are adding padding, and for the card 1 padding block end is 0, and for the project gap is 0. And card tag, card title, we are adding the margin and font values to it. And uh, you can see that next we have is the project button tx. For that we are adding displays flex, align items is center, gap is 5 pixel, font size and transition is given to it. For the button, let me show you that blur. You can see here we have demo button. For that we are adding it. Just little bit blur image I have here. Next we have is the contact section. Now let's go to the same list element that we have done for the first one, project card. We are copying the code and we are changing the values for 4 more times. You can see the exact one, we are just changing the values, the data values, that's all, so that we can be able to get the project values. Next we have is the contact section, and in the contact section you can see that we have the main div, that is the container div. Then we have div that says container contact part, and in that main div we have one div which is for the image icon SVG file, and we have h2 element to mention the title, and we have paragraph element to mention the section text. Then we have form element, and by using the form we are having the input element, input data. What is first div is for input wrapper, that is input data elements. One is for type is text, the one is email. The reason to mention the type is that it will give before submitting, it will show an error if the user doesn't provide the proper detail. That is, for the email element you have definitely have to mention at the date gmail.com or at the date email.com. If the user doesn't provide such information, it will show an error in the form submission. So that is one of the validation, that is the reason it is good thing to always add the type function to the input elements. Then we have text area. So whenever you want to give more space for the user to enter, then you can use the text area tag, and for that you can mention rows and column numbers, so that you can be able to input as much as data that you want. Then we have button to submit, which is send message. the end section ends here. Let's go to the CSS. Before that, let me show you the image of it. Just one second. So this is the contact form. You can see the icon image, the contact title, and section text is in one section, and we have another section that is form section. So now let's go to the CSS contact, and we have the contact card. For that, we are giving the background color, padding, border radius is given to displays grid, gap is 40 pixel. So because we are adding the grid, so both are aligned exactly each other beside each other, and the gap is 40 pixel. Section title is given. Then input fields, for the input fields we are adding the background color, font size, padding, border radius, outline, and outline is given to them. You can see for the input elements we don't have any outline values. We can only see the name star value here, that it showcases the mandatory field to it. Next we have placeholder. For that only we are giving the color value, and text area input field, minimum height is given, height, max height. Then we have resize, that is vertical. Resize vertical. Then we have for the footer element, that is it ends over here. Next we can see the footer element, that is all rights reserved and social icons that we have. Let's go to the index.html. In the footer element we are adding the main div, that is the container div, and we have paragraph element that says all rights reserved, and we have unordered list. This is the same social list that we had in the nav bar. We are copying it again over here. So that is it. In the footer element we have two sections, that is one is the social list, and another one is the all right reserved copy right. So by using this because we are adding the grid value to it, they will be aligned with space between each of them, that is all right reserved at one end and the social icons at one end. Then we have the responsive web design. So by using the date media and mentioning the maximum or minimum size of the particular screen size, we are able to add the have the small changes to the values that we have already written. The above values are these all values are for the desktop version. So from here on we're gonna change those values. Only small values will be changing, like padding values or font size values. These values will change because in the lesser screen size we don't want the text to be in huge text. We want the text to be in small size based on the size of the screen. So by using the date media function we do it. Minimum width is, that is for 575 pixel and above screen size. For those we these values will apply. The maximum width and margin inline. Then for the project card, padding is equal to 60 pixel, and contact card padding equal to 60 pixel. You can see this minimum height is 768 pixel. It is for 768 pixel and above, that is for the desktop version also it will apply. Container maximum width is 720 pixel. The section title we are adding the FS5 values changing, that is font size values changed to 2rem, and grid list is grid template column 1fr, that is one at a time it will be displayed, and title wrapper, space between and center. Then we have project button, minimum width is maximum content. Next we have contact. You can see these all values we have already written, just changing the values, gap values will be changing, or we are adding the display values to it. You can see for the container, footer container also we are using space between and center. This is exactly for the, you can see that is how we are getting this gap over here, and we are aligning both of them at each ends. Next we have 992 and above. This is for the desktop view. For that we are adding the root container and nav open button and nav bar top. These all values we are changing. There are not huge changes in the values codes. We are changing small values like font size values, color values we are changing. Most of the time that is only taking place. It is similar to the desktop code that I have already written. So this responsive nav design is nothing but by changing the small values, that is font size values or display values, that is in the desktop version we have lot of space, so we can have display flex and you can have space between, so that one element beside another element can have. But in the mobile version the screen size is less, so we have to mention display, that is flex directions column, so one element below that another element will be displayed. So and we don't want that huge size, we want only 80% of the screen size to be taken, that size only can be allocated to a particular section, that values are updated here. And for grid template column repeat 4, you can see 4 elements will be repeated in the about section. This is for the desktop version. Next we can see the minimum width is 200 pixels, this is also for the desktop and above version. Above screen size, you can see this is also for the above screen size values only. So this is the entire HTML CSS. Now let's go to the script JavaScript. So here we are adding const add event listener, that is function. This is will add event listeners to each and every element that is present in the main section, main section of the HTML. That is each and every section we are adding an event listener, so that we can be able to know at which particular section the cursor is currently the user is at. Next we have is the constant. Here this is for the active navbar, that is this is for the mobile version. So first we are creating constants, that is navbar, nav toggle and overlay. So this data navbar is the query selector, data nav toggler and data overlay. So these values are referring to here in the index.html. Let me show you that. Just 1 second. What are the values we have? We have data navbar. Here you can see data navbar one. This is referred over here, and by using the query selector we are referring it to as a new constant, that is navbar. Then we have data nav toggler. You can see here data nav toggler for the close button we have it, so here which is referred here as nav toggler. Then we have data overlay. Data overlay here you can see we have the data overlay here. This is the empty div that we are using, which is referred over here as overlay. So what we are doing is that we are creating another constant, that is toggle navbar, and we are adding a function navbar dot classes dot toggle active overlay dot classes dot toggle active document dot body dot classes dot toggle nav active. So what we are doing is that, so whenever you click on the nav button, so whenever you will in the mobile version, whenever you click on the nav button, so what will happen is that it will add the nav active list to the nav bar, and the nav active list we have the values as visibilities. You can see here. 1 second, let me show you it so that you will be able to understand it perfectly. Here we added nav element. Second, you can see here nav active. So we are adding this nav bar active to the nav bar. So what will happen? Visibility will be visible, that is it will move transform translate x equal to 300 pixels. So it will move from outside to inside, which is invisible to the human eye, and it will come inside of the screen size, so that it will be visible to us. That nav bar is visible to us because whenever you click on that nav button, and that last is the toggle nav menu. So whenever you click on the data nav toggler, that is the second button, that is nav close or nav close button. So what will happen? It will change, it will remove this nav active, because toggle means that it will add as well as it will remove based on the click on that particular button. That is the reason we are added data nav toggler is the same reference that we have given for both the menu icon. You can see menu outline, this is for the menu icon we are given, and for also for the close icon also we have given the same value. You can see close outline also we are giving data nav toggler. So toggle means that it will add and remove based on the click on that particular button. That is, when you click on the menu button, it will add the nav active, and when you click on the cross button, it will close the nav bar. So that is added here by adding the add event listeners. Okay, that is click value. Then we have header value. For the, we want the header to be fixed on top as we scroll uh, towards the downside. Like I'm scrolling like this, we don't want the navbar to disappear, we want the navbar to be fixed. So for that we are adding the event listener to the windows. This is it will be only active for the windows OS. Here we are using is that whenever it is scrolling, that is 100, then we are adding the active to it, and whenever else it is we are removing that active button to it. So this is nothing but whenever in the first section, in the front section, in the home section, then it will be removed, the class list will not be added to the header section, so it will be stayed but that particular place. So whenever it moves from one section to another section, we are adding an active class list uh, to the header section. So what will happen, the navbar will be fixed at the top of that particular website, and it will stick at that particular point. We will be able to see the navbar even when we are scrolling towards the downer sections. So that is done here by using this simpler code. Then we have is the data reveal. This is data reveal. This is by using how the animation take place. The information, the sections will move from top side animation or left side animation or right side animation that we have added. It will take place by using this JavaScript code. So here we are adding two creating two constant, that is reveal elements, reveal delay elements. Here we have data reveal and data reveal delay. Query selector all. So for all these values we have added data reveal and data reveal elements. You can see data overlay. You can see here data reveal is top, data reveal here also is top, and we have data reveal delay 0.25 seconds. So we are referring these values over here in the script.js file. So you can see that we are referring these two values and we are giving them reveal elements and reveal delay elements as two new constants that we are creating. And we are creating a constant as reveal, and we are adding a function that for every value, that is for every time the data reveal or data reveal delay is shown in the website, whenever we are scrolling to the website, it will be getting those values by using by getting those values, inner HTML values. We are adding a class list that is reveal. So what will happen, this revealed, it will showcase that value, that is we want to what we want the data reveal to take place from top to bottom. So we want the image to come from top side to bottom side, and it should take its place, that the revelation will take place by using this if the for and if loop condition that we are given. And whenever, and we want to have some particular delay of seconds, right? We don't want it to be plunked out right on the top. So for that we are adding the for loop to it, that is we are adding the delay elements, and we are taking those values and we are adding the transition delay to the particular element. You can see the transition delay value is already mentioned in the HTML itself, that is data reveal delay 0.25 seconds. That code is given here. And for that purpose only we are adding the script elements. One script is for the main JavaScript file, and the second script is for the unpack uni icons. And these icons we are adding, we are linking to our index.html file. So this is the website, the entire source code, that the entire code I've explained you, and this is the website that is built. Now you can see the nav bars, you can see the section elements. Then we have projects, you can see the projects, how they are aligned, and you can see the contact form and contact data, how we added the SVG files, the button hover effects, the hover effect on the social media icons. So this entire website source code will be available in the description. If you like the content, definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing content, and try to, if you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. We are very close to reaching uh, to 4,000 hours of watch hour. So I request you, please watch the videos. It takes lot of effects to building it. Definitely try to build this project and gain more experience. And if you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. And if you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel. There are more awesome websites built using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, React.js as well. And we have added so many animation. We have used a lot of JavaScript libraries like AOS, animation and typing JavaScript. So definitely try to visit the channel. And now let's go through the website. You can see the hover effect on the navbar, the color change effect, and you can see the hover effect on the social media icons, and you can see the box shadow effect around the navbar, and you can see the hover effect, as well as you can see the color change, background color change and hover effect on the button. Then you can see the bar design using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, so that we can be able to mention the proficiency at that particular work. You can see here. Then we have added some icons to represent the things that we do, that is web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. And you can see the projects here. You can see the hover effect on the button. Then you can see the projects. You can see the hover effect on the demo button. You can see how neatly we have given the background color to the entire project work. Then you can see here two more projects, demo buttons. Then we have the contact me form, name, email and message, and you can see the hover effect on the button, and the footer with social media icons. This entire website is also available in mobile and tab version. That is, it is entirely responsive website. Let me show you that. This is the desktop view of the website as you've seen before. Now let's try to go to see the tab version and mobile version of the website. You can see this is the mobile version of the website, how neatly they are aligned, the projects as well as the contact me form. You can see how neatly they have all been aligned. You can see this is the navigational bar, and you can see below support at the date, email, our contact details and the social media icons. And you can see the responsiveness of this website, that is moving from one page to the another by clicking on the particular navbar. You can see the project. So this website is entirely responsive, and this entire website is made using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing front-end works using HTML, CSS and JavaScript as well as React.js. If you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the description. Please let me know in the comment section, and the source code is available in the description. And definitely try to build this project. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. So now let's go through each and every slide. Right now we are in the home section, the navbar section. You can see the hover effect on the nav links. skills, contact, and download CV button. Then you can see the text, and you can see the space between each and how they are aligned perfectly, and you can see the hover effect. And by using the border radius, we are able to have this curve at the edges. It is a CSS. Then you can see how we aligned the frame boxes with three align on by using the position absolute. Next we have is our about section. You can see in the about section we have used ion icons. We have used them to display here, and you can see the hover effect on the button, and you can see the position. By using the position value, we are aligning the images one on the another, and how they are aligned at particular positions of the on the website. Then we have the portfolio section, and you can see the hover effect on it. Zoom in, and you can see the button here, view project button, and you can implement as many projects as you want. Then we have the my skills section, and by using the bar, this is done by using CSS and HTML, and by that we are able to showcase how much percentage of proficiency that we have in the particular uh, skill that we are in. You can see 95% in HTML, JavaScript 90%. This is one of the ways to showcase your skills by using HTML and CSS. We have done that. Now you can see the contact me form. You can see the focus, the background around the button, how neatly we have aligned it, and you can see the hover effect on the button, as well as we have integrated the ion icons into our website. You can see phone, email, and the hover effect on the email ID and mobile number. Then this is the terms and conditions, and to go back to the top, you can click on this button so that we will be moved back to the starting page. So we have this entire website is responsive, that is it is also available in mobile and tab version. Let me show you that. So this is the desktop version that we have seen now, and now let's go to the mobile version. This is the mobile version of the website. You can see how neatly they are aligned in the mobile screen size, based on mobile screen size, and you can see the menu bar here. This is the menu bar, and you can see how we are able to move from one tab to the another tab, that is one section to the another section, by clicking on the menu element. And we have you can see how the smooth animation effect, and everything is aligned perfectly. The source code is available in the description. If you want to create such amazing projects and learn web development, definitely try to visit the channel and try to build these projects on your own. The source code is also available for any queries. You can go through the source code and try to learn how I have aligned all the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for creating such an amazing website. And if you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching this. The full tutorials, line by line code explanations are available on my channel. Definitely try to visit the channel. Thank you. Hello everyone. Now let's try to we'll go through line by line code. So this is the website that we are going to build. So now let's go through the index.html file. And you can see in the head section we have the meta tag for SEO purposes, and then we have the title tag for giving the title to the website, that is responsive box portfolio website. Then we have linked our fav icon, then we linked our style.css file to the style.css file using the link tag, and we have integrated linked Google API, Google static, and as well as font family, Google font family opens. You can see here. Then we can go to the body section. In the body section, we are in the header section. In the header section, we have the main container, that we have the logo by using the anchor tag, and as well as h1 heading element. Then we have button tag for this is for the mobile version. That is for the menu icon. So when in the mobile version, we don't have lot space like the desktop version. So we will be hiding the menu bar, and we will call it into the website whenever we click on that menu button. So that menu outline button is here, and we have two buttons. One is menu outline button and other is close outline button. It is the cross button to close the menu bar. Then we have the navbar. The navbar, we have another list. Another list has list items. List item, in each and every list item we have an anchor tag. Uh, Anchor tag with an hash reference to that particular section. So whenever we click on this home section, it will move to the home, because here we referred H reference is given to the home section. So such a way we have have about portfolio skills contact and as well as download CV button. Then the header section completes here. So now we will go through the CSS. As we will go through the CSS too. Here we are in the CSS file. This is the root element. Root element is nothing but whenever what all the values that you want to reuse in the entire website, those values can be given here by giving them some name to it, and we can call this value by using the var element. Like you can see here, box shadow var man mantic. So like that way you can call the values into your any section of the code. So default all the values can be given here by giving them some name. We have given colors, then font families, and then we have font sizes, then we have font width. FW means font width. Then we have radius. Then we have section padding, then shadow and transition effects. We have all of these values which we have given in here. Then we can go to the default values, that is margin is 0, padding is 0, box size in this border box. And for every list item we have default list values, that is default it will have a dot in front of it, or star, or one value will be presented over there. So we don't want those list default values, default decoration values to be there. So there, that is the reason we are using list style equal to none. Then we have anchor tag. For a similar way to the anchor tag, whenever you use in the website, we will color it, it will come in blue color and it will have an underscore. To remove those decoration styles, we use text decoration is none and color is inherent. Then we have for the anchor tag image span input strong button text area, and ion icon displays block is given to them. And for the image height is auto. These are all default values that we will give to the any item that we are including in the website. For those, these are the default values. Next, ion icons are the one we are using in this website. For them, we are adding the color as white. You can see button input, text area, background is none, border is 1, font is inherent. Then button, cursor pointer, text area as well as input width is 100% is given. Address, these are all our default values, font size, values. And for the body, this is the main body section. For that, we are giving background color and color, font size, line height. Line height is nothing but you can see in the home section, the gap between each and every the gap between line to line is nothing but the line height. Then we have focus visible. WebKit scroll bar is nothing but how we can include the scroll bar also to your website. Like we have integrated this VS Code, you can see towards the right hand side we have a scroll bar, and by whenever we hover onto it, we can see the change in color, that it will come to a little bit light color. That is nothing but WebKit scroll bar thumb hover. So whenever we hover, we get light color on the scroll bar. Next we have is container. For that we are giving padding inline, and for the button we are taking color is white, then font family is given to it, font size, font weight, max weight is max content. So whatever the content size, you can see here higher means small content, so we have small information, the size of the button is small. Download CVs takes more space, so we have big sized button. That is how we give max width is equal to max content. So whatever the content is, based on that the value will be given to it. And border radius is 50 pixel, and you can see by giving border radius 50 pixel, we have curved edges to the buttons both at both ends. Then you can go button primary is blue in color and button primary blue hover. When we hover on it, we get an orange color to it. And image cover values are given. Section subtitle. Section subtitle are the headings. Next we have is H2 H3 elements. For heading elements, we are giving color, font family, font weight, and line height. is given to them. Those two h3 elements are having different font sizes. Then we can go to the header section. You can see header section, header position is fixed. That is the reason it is fixed at the top of the entire desktop. Padding block is 15 pixel. Then we have width is 100%, background color is given to it, height, box shadow, overflow is hidden, transition zoom is equal to 4. You can see the header which is fixed on the top of the website. Next we have header nav active. For it we have height is 335 pixel, transition duration is 0.3 second. Header container displays flex, justify content is the space between align item to center. So this container is nothing but the container is the one which holds the nav bar. You can see div container. In this container only we have the logo, we have the buttons, and we have the entire nav bar and download CV also. So what we are doing is that we are giving display flex, justify content space between. Because of that, we are having the both details are having the space between them and they are aligned exactly at the center of the header section. Next, logo. For the logo, we are giving color, font family, and font size. Then nav toggle button, this nav toggle button close button, this display will be none to it, and whenever we're gonna click, this is for the mobile version, right? So in the mobile version we don't have large space. You can see like we will be having this much small space like the portfolio master. You can see this how we are giving information here on the left side. So this will be the font size. So we cannot have the entire navbar to be displayed on the top because it will take a lot of space. So we don't have that space. So what we are doing, we are not keep an equal menu icon like I'm hovering onto this button. Here we will be having a menu icon, and whenever we click on that menu icon, what will happen is that it will trigger a JavaScript code. You can see here. So whenever we are taking const header, we are calling the header, referring the header here by creating a const header, and we are creating nav data toggle button over here. That button is nothing but you can see here is nav toggle button. So here these are the buttons that we are gonna use. The menu button for opening the menu bar, close outline button is to close the menu bar. So what will happen whenever these both are referred and an event listener is added. So whenever click on the button, it will add nav the active list to the header, and this the splash list will be added to it by calling an active link to it. So when what will happen, it will display the menu bar in the, because you can see here right now what we are doing, we are keeping nav toggle button, close button as displays none, so it will be invisible to us. And whenever you click on those button, whenever you click on the button in the menu bar, then add event listener will work, and it will listen the click button, then it will add nav active and active button to it, because of which the display will become blocked. That means the menu bar will display in the uh, mobile. So we have navbar, position is absolute, top is 65 pixel, left is 0, width is 100%, position and given visibility is hidden. So this is what happens. So whenever it will add nav active, right? Whenever nav active is added to the header section, the visibility will become visible. So then only we will see the nav bar, because we have visibility is hidden. So whenever we click on this button, whenever we click on the menu button, it will trigger the JavaScript code, it will listen the code, and then it will add nav active to it. And what does nav active will do? Nav active will be adding visibility equal to visible. So that then the menu icon will be menu bar will be displayed in the mobile section. For the nav link, we are giving the font sizes. These are very basic one, and you can know all of them. Nav link hover color change is there for the nav link. So whenever you hover onto this nav elements, the color of them will change into orange color. The nav button orange, we are adding background color is orange. Margin block start 15 pixel. You can see it is in the orange color. Then we can go to the hero section. So now let's go to the hero section. The hero section completes here. In the hero section, you can see we have main div, that is container. Then we have another div to have the hero banner. Image is added to here, and we are adding the all the information that we are having there. You can see we are adding this 5 years of experience and 500 plus projects done by doing this by adding div elements. Here you can see I'm using two paragraph elements inside a div, and similar way I am doing it for the projects also. Then we have another div for hero content div. In the hero content div, I am giving the information about by using the span and strong. these two tags, I'm using these two tags to give information about what I do, and paragraph element to give information. Then we have another div element for our buttons. One is for hire me and one is for about me button by using the anchor elements. You can see, let's go to the script. Let's go to the style of CSS file. So here you can see that we are using hero section. For the hero section, we are adding the background image, background repeat, no repeat, background size is given, color and minimum height is given. Display date, place items is center. You can see both elements are added exactly at the center of the website. Then we have hero banner. For the hero banner, we are giving width, height is given, background color is given, border radius, margin line, margin block and is given to them. And for the image, we are giving border radius inherent, and hero content text element is center, color is white. Now you can see the entire text is in white color and they are aligned exactly the center for this particular section. Then hero title is strong elements. We are adding the information, and button group is nothing but display flex. Text wrap is wrap, justify content is center, align item is center, and gap is 10 pixel. You can see both of them have gap of 10 pixel and they are aligned exactly at the center. That is exactly at the center of this particular domain. And then go to the about section. So this is the about section. So in the about section, we have main div, that is container div. Then we have figure div. In the figure div, we have images, portfolio images that we have, and then we have another div for adding our skills that we are most fond of. That is, I am using ion icons to specify CSS3, JavaScript, as well as logo React. Then I'm having about content, another div. In that div, I'm adding by using the paragraph h2 elements, I'm adding the information about me, and I'm adding an anchor tag to add my portfolio to view my portfolio button. And whenever you click on this button, you will move to the portfolio section because I've added h reference to it. So you can see the about me section. Here is the about me section, and you can see how images are hovering onto each other by the positions. And this is the one we are building. You can go through the CSS now. You can see it displays none. Then about padding is 120 pixel. About banner, we are having a background color, border radius is given to it, margin block is 30 pixel. And for image cover, we are giving border radius inherent, and above is section title, section subtitle, section text, text align is left. You can see all these values. We are using section title, section subtitle, section text. All these values should be aligned exactly towards the left hand side. So you can see everything is aligned towards this side. Because in this section, for the about me text section, we want all of the data to align towards the left side. You can see the linear way. There is no gap, there is no discontinuity. That is added by doing this text and is on like this. Then we have section title, section n, we are giving margin block n, which is 30 pixel. You can see the gap between them. Then we have the portfolio section. The portfolio section, we can go to the portfolio section. We have main div, that is container. Then we have paragraph element for portfolio heading. Then host element for my magazine designs. Then paragraph element to add some more information. Then we have unordered list. In the unordered list, we have list item, and each list item has an anchor tag, anchor element with the uh, image for the portfolio. Then paragraph tag for the name, and history for the name of the website, and span element to view project, as well as we are adding an arrow forward icon by using the iron icon. The same code is copied again for 4 times for 4 projects. You can have different URLs you can add here to change the product and change information of that particular product for a particular project. The portfolio section here. So this is the portfolio section. This is the only one section we have here. There is one list item. You can see section title, section subtitle, margin block end is 18 and 80 pixel. You can see here both are aligned towards the left hand side. Then we have portfolio list is displays grid, gap is 60 pixel. Each and every grid will be having 60 pixel of gap in each and every section. Then we have portfolio card. For that, we are adding the background color with functions, font values, border radius, You can see the border radius here also. The curved edges is nothing but because of the border adding border radius, we are getting curved edges to the portfolio image. Then for the margin left line start is auto for the last child. Then we have portfolio card subtitle. For that we are adding card title, we are adding the maximum max width. Then we have button link. The button link is nothing but you can see here in the view project we have an arrow. This is the button link. Here we are adding the style to it and displays flex. Align items is centers because we want both the name as well as the icon to be placed exactly in the same direction, the same line. So we are added display flex, align items is center, text transform is uppercase, and we also given color and font size to the icon. You can see we are given orange color. You can see orange color to those icon. Next we have the skill section. You can go to the skill section. This is the skill section. We have the main div as container. Then we have paragraph element for my skills heading. Then we have h2 for adding the heading. Then we add paragraph element to add some more information. Then we have an order list. And for this unordered list we are adding list item. And each and every list item has a div, that is wrapper, and each div has there are two divs inside them. HT element to write the name and data element to add the percentage, that is 95%. This value is used to showcase the percentage of proficiency that you have. Let me show you to you in the image. You can see here the 95% is, this is how you create this percentage in the CSS by using the HTML and CSS. In the HTML we will mention the amount of percentage that we are good at. You can see 95%, the value is given as 95%. And you can see for the wrapper we are giving width equal to 95. This is how you mention the width of the particular bar, and by mentioning that particular bar width, that is nothing but the proficiency in that particular one. You have 95%, so I am giving 95%. A similar code is copied again for 4 times, for the 6 times for 6 skills that are given, and for each one we are changing the width value as well as the value as well as for the width value the style for the wrapper element. You can go to the style.css file. In the skill section, the title and section text is given, they are aligned exactly at the center, and below it we are giving the margin to them. Then we have section list, which is display grid, and gap is 25 pixel. You can see they are aligned in a grid format with a gap of 25 pixel each. Then we have wrapper. For the wrapper we are adding display flex, justify content is space between, align items is center. You can see the wrapper is this one, the HTML and the 95%. This line is nothing but the wrapper. Then we have, because we are adding space between, you can see HTML is at 1 end, 95% is at 1 end. When section title and section data we are giving color, font is font value, and for the skills progress box we are giving background color, height is 8 pixel, and border radius is given to it. Because of the border radius only we have this curved cylindrical bar to us. Skill progress we are giving background color, and border radius is inherent, height is 100%. Okay, next we can go to the contact section. In the contact section you can see the contact section. We have main container div, and then we have another div that is contact card div. In that paragraph element, HTML element is used for the heading. Then we have div as wrapper. Inside div we have form for inputting input elements, the text, email. Then we have text area for adding message. Then we have button element for the send message button. Then we always try to have the type function type first. If the user doesn't provide the required information that you want, then it will show as an error in the website itself, so that the user can mention. Because if you keep type equal to email, if the user doesn't provide at the date gmail.com or email.com, it will show as an error, so the user can correct it and it will enter the proper data. So definitely try to use the type in the form. Then we have another list for contact list event information, like our address, in one div, and then we have another div in the list item. Similar way that we are copying the first list item, and in that also we are using div for an icon, first the mail icon. Then we have in the another div we are giving the information by using S3 as email, and then we are using the anchor tag to mention the email ID. Similar way we are doing it for the phone also. Then we can go to the contact CSS. For that, background color is given, padding, whatever it is given to it. You can see this card here because the contact card has a background to it. You can see the contact card. Then that card is in card format, and for that we're giving padding as well as border radius is given to it. And because of the border radius, we have the curved edges to the contact card. Then for the contact card, we have subtitle. For that, we're adding the colors as well as font size. Then we are adding text. The text time is towards the left. You can see towards the left hand side. The text is moved, not towards the center, not towards the right, towards the left hand side. So you can see how they are aligned towards the left hand side, straight line. Then we have contact font. Then we have contact input. For each and every input value, we are adding background color is given to that, border radius is given to them. You can see the border radius, small curved edges to the input elements. And for the text area also, then we have placeholder that is color is given to them. That is nothing but you can see the faded color name, email and message. Then we have button submit. For the button submit, we are giving the same values of the button. You can see here, whenever we hold on to this button, the send button, send the message text will get orange color and the background will change into white color. That is given here because we are hovering onto the button, we are changing the color as well as the background color. Then we have contact item flex center. You can see this flex center is nothing but this is the one, the address, email and phone. For that we are adding flex as center, so they are aligned exactly the center in the box. Next we have contact icon. For the icon I'm giving background color, then I'm giving font size, padding and border radius. That then we can go to the contact link that whenever we hover onto it, it will show white color. You can see for the email as well as for the phone, whenever you hover onto this email ID and phone number, it will change color into bright white color. Here we have the footer section. You can see the footer section. Inside we have new div, that is container div. Then we have paragraph element for all right result. Then we have another list for terms of condition by using list element and anchor tag to have two terms of condition as privacy policy. Then we have another anchor tag outside of the footer for top back to top button. Whenever you click on this button, it will move back to the starting page. First, let's go to the footer element. Footer background color is given to it, padding is given, copyright is nothing but the name that we are given here. Max width is max content, margin is auto. Then we have copyright link, and for that we are using display as inline block and transition is given to them. Then we have copyright link hover, so whenever we hover onto those links, then the color will change into white color. And that is footer list, mass content and auto. Then footer list displays inline block, margin is given to them. Then you can see footer link, whenever you hover onto the color will change. This back to top button is nothing but, so when in the website we are adding an anchor tag for back to top. So whenever you click on it, it will go to the top because we are giving anchor tag h reference is top. So this top h reference is nothing but you can see here in the starting page. For the body element, we are giving id equal to top, so it will move, it is referring to this position. So whenever you click on this button, whenever you click on this anchor tag back to top anchor tag, it will move back to the starting page. For that we are adding the styles of CSS. Here you can see color, font size is given, position is fixed. Bottom towards the right hand side, you can see it at this particular end of the website, you can see the back to top button. And whenever the back to top button is active, after you can see right equal to -5 pixel, opacity is 1, visibility is visible, then it will be visible to whenever we are in the home section, that is in the first section of the website, it will be invisible to us. It will not be shown in the website. And whenever we move to the next section, like in the about section then we will be able to see that because we will add it add to button to it back to top. Then we have After Effect, and for the After Effect, top equal to 10 pixel, left is equal to calculate 100%. We move to the top side for first slide. Whenever we add After Effect tool, so you can see the script here. That is the JavaScript function that gives you that. Here is the one. So back to top, we are referring to the data back to top. Here you can see the query element back to top. So we are referring here in the JavaScript, and we are creating a constant as back top button. And whatever we are doing, we are using the Windows add event listener. And whenever you scroll, just think that right now I'm in the home section, so it is not necessary to showcase the back to top button. So whenever I'm scrolling down to the next section, then the Windows scroll will go into 100, it will move out, and because of that it will add active list to it. Active list, what it will do, the active will make visibility visible, and that means it will showcase back to top button towards your right hand side, and uh, it will show you to the right hand side. And whenever you click on that button, back to top button, because we are adding the reference to it, you can see we are adding the reference here, but we are simply adding the reference that is to the top, will be moved back to the starting page of the position. That is done here. Next, we can go to the responsive media query. So until now, we have seen the mobile version. For the mobile version, we have done all the coding up to now. And for increasing the values, we are going to increase the values for the desktop or tab version, where larger size in versions, minimum width is 600. From the 600 pixel onwards, these values will be applied to them because we are adding edited media to it. Then we can say minimum width is 768. This is 768 and above. That is for the tab version, and above desktop version, we are adding these changes. Responsive web design is nothing. If you are able to make one end, you have to make either it can be desktop end or towards the mobile end. Make one version completely, then change those values according to the size of it. You can use the Chrome. By using the Chrome inspect function also, you can be able to know how much amount of value if you have changed. That font size is too big for the mobile version, so let me reduce this font size. The images are aligning in the horizontal side. I want them to be aligned in the vertical direction because they should be displayed in the mobile version. I don't want them to be go outside of the mobile version, so it looks bad. So to make that, we are going to make display grid. Then flex direction, we are grid or flex direction we are using. Then display flex, then we are using flex direction column. So all the values will be aligned in the column direction, that is towards the vertical direction. Such values are changed. So there is nothing difficulty in doing anything, but first you have to master a way that you have to complete perfectly either mobile version or desktop version. Then you can change the values. These all values you can see. Grid template column, we are using one. Only one will be displayed in the desktop version. In the mobile version, it will display lot. Then we can see 992. This is for the main desktop version. You can see the font size values are changing towards the 6.4, 3.5, because we in the desktop version we want the data to be in huge, right, in big case, so that we can be able to see them perfectly. So for that purpose only we are having we are changing the font size values to higher values. Then you can see the container nav toggle button, because we don't want nav toggle button to be visible in the desktop version. We only want it to be visible in the mobile version, so that whenever we click on it, the menu bar can be visible. So we are using displays none. You can see these are values are very simple values. The changes will take place only in the display. You can see display flex, align items to center. We are aligning all those values in center. Uh, in the mobile version, we cannot have the entire navbar in the mobile top bar. So that is the reason we are hiding it towards the left hand side or towards the right hand side using hidden using after we are doing it. That is one of the CSS important things before and after display functions like flex, grid. Then you also need to learn position values, that is position absolute, position is relative. These are the main topics in CSS. They give a lot of knowledge to you. It will give your website very responsive and very important topics are these only. So these all values will change. You can see left, bottom, small changes are there. That is only value changes will be there. We are not adding any new content here. only value changes will be there to them, and display value still change from column to in the column direction to horizontal direction, because the row direction because right now we are in the desktop version, right? So we have a lot of space, so we want them to align in the row direction itself. You can see display grid with template column is given and align it in the center. You can see these all values, they are just small change in values. That's all. We are not adding any new values to it. We are just changing the values based on the size of the screen. So that's all. This is the entire website that we're gonna build. This is the home section. This is the about section. Then we have the portfolio section and skill section. Then we have the contact section. Then go back to the home. So if you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. It takes really lot of time and efforts for explaining you, for creating this website, and for also explaining this website line by line code. Definitely try to let me know if you have any suggestions in the comment section. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. So now let's go through each and every slide. Right now we are in the home section, the navbar section. You can see the hover effect on the nav links, skills, contact, and download CV button. Then you can see the text, and you can see the space between each and how they are aligned perfectly. And you can see the hover effect, and by using the border radius we are able to have this curve at the edges. It is a CSS. Then you can see how we aligned the frame boxes with 3 align on by using the position absolute. Next we have is our about section. You can see in the about section we have used ion icons. We have used them to display here, and you can see the hover effect on the button, and you can see the position. By using the position value, how we are aligning the images one on the another, and how they are aligned at particular positions of the on the website. Then we have the portfolio section, and you can see the hover effect on it. Zoom in, and you can see the button here, view project button, and you can implement as many projects as you want. Then we have the my skills section, and by using the bar, this is done by using CSS and HTML, and by that we are able to showcase how much percentage of proficiency that we have in the particular uh, skill that we are in. You can see 95% in HTML, JavaScript 90%. This is one of the ways to showcase your skills by using HTML and CSS. We have done that. Now you can see the contact me form. You can see the focus, the background around the button, how neatly we have aligned it, and you can see the hover effect on the button, as well as we have integrated the ion icons into our website. You can see phone, email, and the hover effect on the email ID and mobile number. Then this is the terms and conditions, and to go back to the top, you can click on this button so that we will be moved back to the starting page. So we have this entire website is responsive, that is it is also available in mobile and tab version. Let me show you that. So this is the desktop version that we have seen now, and now let's go to the mobile version. This is the mobile version of the website. You can see how neatly they are aligned in the mobile screen size, based on mobile screen size, and you can see the menu bar here. This is the menu bar, and you can see how we are able to move from one tab to the another tab, that is one section to the another section, by clicking on the menu element. And we have you can see how the smooth animation effect, and everything is aligned perfectly. The source code is available in the description. If you want to create such amazing projects and learn web development, definitely try to visit the channel. And try to build these projects on your own. The source code is also available for any queries. You can go through the source code and try to learn how I have aligned all the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for creating such an amazing website. And if you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching this. The full tutorials, line by line code explanations are available on my channel. Definitely try to visit the channel. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe and try to visit the channel. There are tutorials, line by line tutorials. You can learn the front-end web development, and there are a lot of projects are available on the channel. Try to visit the channel for more amazing content. Now let's go through each and every section. Right now we are in the home section. You can see I have aligned the nav bar here by using this button, menu icon, the desktop version also. You can see the hover effect on each and every section. Then you can close the nav bar here. Then we have the text and we can see the hover effect and change in the icon, the arrow icon. You can see it will move towards upside when you hover onto it. And you have a down arrow button to go to the next section. Then we can go to the next section is the portfolio section. You can see the hover effect. It tells what that project is and what which domain it is from. And you can see we can also by using the swiper we have added more projects here. Then you can go to the professional skills section. You can see the image right side revealing. You can see the bar effect of the skills proficiency percentage. And then we can see the education and experience timeline. You can see how we have aligned them. Then we have the pricing for each and every service. You can see the icons, integration of icons, as well as you can see the hover effect. Whenever we hover onto it, the color changes, and box shadow effect. You can see like a 3D box, 3D button. You can see the box shadow effect. And then we can go to the contact section. You can see we integrated the icons as well as the form. Whenever we hover onto the button, the color also changes as well as the arrow mark will shift towards upside. This entire website is done using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and it is very beginner friendly. The website is also available in mobile and tab version also. This website is entirely responsive. You can see this is the desktop version. Now let's go to the mobile version. This is the mobile version. You can see how neatly they have aligned. Then you can also see the menu bar, drop down menu section. And see how neatly the transition is taking place. That is moving from one section to another section. And this is the tab version of the website. You can see how neatly they have aligned, taking the space properly. The menu bar. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing tutorials and designs. There are a lot of designs available, lot of projects, not just portfolios. We have travel websites, movie websites, and you can learn front-end web development. And we have also added line by line coding tutorials to explain you each and every line in the making of this portfolios or websites. Try to visit the channel. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Now let's go through line by line code for this portfolio website. You can see here. Right now let's go to index.html file. In the head section you have the meta elements. Then we have the title tag for that is responsive portfolio. Then we have link tag to link our styler CSS file. You can see this is our styler CSS file. Then we have link by using the link tag, we have linked our Google API fonts, and you can see we are using pop-ins. And then we have linked preload image, that is the first image that we want to load when the website is in the active state and the starting state, that is pf image. Then we can go to the body section. In the body section you can see we are in the header section, and in the header section we have the main container div. Then we have an anchor tag for the logo, that is Aditya. Then we have navbar, and the navbar we have an order list, and order list has list item anchor tag, and for each and every anchor tag we have an h reference. This reference is nothing but whenever you click on the home button, it will move to the home section id with the home. You can see here for the section here we have id as home, so it will move to this particular section whenever you click on this anchor tag. So similar way we have taken portfolio, skills, timeline, price, and contact nav elements. Then we have a button. In that button uh, we have menu. This is for the menu toggle, this is for the menu element we have in the home section. You can see here this is the nav bar, we have the logo Aditya, then we have the nav elements, that is home, portfolio, skills, timeline, price, and contact. Then we have the nav button. You can see here X, here we also have a nav button. Whenever you click on it, it will open the nav bar. So we can go to the CSS file along with it, so that you can be able to understand each and every section. So right now we have the root. Root is nothing but whatever the values that you want to use in this entire website. You can have those values here, giving them any name. Like here you can give dash dash sonic silver. Then we can call those values in the code by using var. Let me show you. Here you can see font family var of that particular name that you have given, ff Malish. You can see here ff, you can see ff Malish, that is Malish font family. So what are the basic default values that you want to use, you can give them here in this format. And then we can go to the code, that is for start, this is for reset. So it will continuously reset your website, it will refresh your website. Margin and border is given to it. Box sizing is border box. For every list item the default style will be applied to it. So to remove those default styles we will use list style is none, so it will remove any default styles that will apply. Then we have anchor tag, for that also we want to remove the default styles. Then we are using text decoration is none, color is inherent. Then for the anchor element, these are all default values, that is we want display in block, and image height is auto. Then whatever the default height it has, whatever the size of the image it has, it will show. And for the input and button and text areas we have the background is none, border is none, font is inherent. Then we have input and text area which is 100%. Button, cursor pointer, button, for the button we are using cursor pointer. And then you can see cursor pointer is nothing but whenever I hover onto the index.html, you can see the pointer will change into cursor. Then we have address. For the address we have font style is normal. HTML, you can see this is starting one. HTML, for that font family is added, font size, scroll behavior is smooth. Then for the body section we have added background color, font size, line height, and letter spacing. You can see line height is nothing but the gap between each and every line is nothing but line height, and the letter spacing is nothing but the space between each and every letter is letter spacing. You can see here we have given letter spacing equal to 0.2 pixel. Then focus visible, then we have placeholder. For the placeholder value we are giving color. This placeholder value you can see in the contact me section. You can see this this name, email, message, these are placeholder values. So those values have the color that is given over there. You can see here where color is given to them as gray. And WebKit scroll bar is whenever you want to add scroll bar directly to your website, you can use this WebKit scroll bar by mentioning the width and height of the WebKit. You can see here in the VS also we have the scroll bar, and this is the scroll bar, and whenever I hover onto it, you can see it will get a little light in color. It is added here similar way. Then we have container. For the container we are adding padding inline is 30 pixel. Section, for that we are adding. Then we have image holder. For the image we are giving width and height, aspect ratio, that is nothing but width and height are given to it. Then we have has before and before functions are very important. And then we have image cover.
section subtype. These all values are default values for the elements, that is h1 h2 elements. For that, giving font values, color values are given, and for each and every element also we are giving values. You can see here line height is 1.4 for h1 and h3 elements. So these are heading elements. For the section title we are giving margin block and is 40 pixel. Then card is nothing but position relative, overflow is hidden, border radius is, we are giving border radius to it. And for the card content, you can see card content, this is for the home section. The home section, you can see the background card is available, right? So this card is given here. Position is absolute, top is 10 pixel, right is 10 pixel, bottom is 10 pixel, left is 10 pixel. These values are given. Then grid and flex end. Then whenever we hover onto it, opacity will be equal to 1. Then we have these are all the default values. The scroll bar track, this is for the scroll bar, these 3 values. Then we have the header section, this is the starting section. The above values are all default values, and the scroll bar section we have. Now in the header section we have position is fixed, top, these values are given to it. Then we have header container, display is flex, justify content is space between. You can see both are aligned, the space is aligned exactly between them, and then move towards each and every end. That is nothing but justify content is space between. Align items is center, gap is given to them. Then we have logo. For the logo element we have given the values, this is Aditya logo. Then we have nav toggle button. For that we are given the width, height, background color and transition. Then this nav toggle button, this nav toggle, you can see is that it is for the nav bar. You can see here in the image. So whenever you click on this cross button, it will close the nav bar and it will have an nav bar menu icon, and when you click on it, it will show the menu bar. So that feature is added. And for the nav bar we are using position is absolute, top, left width is given to it. Then whenever is navbar is active, we have maximum width is 250 pixel, visibility is visible. You can see for the original navbar we are giving visibility is hidden. So whenever you click on this menu icon only, then only the navbar will be visible. That code is written in the here in the JavaScript. First we have add event listeners to each and every element. We are adding an event listener. So as we go on into each and every section, an event will be added to it, and our event listener will be added to it. So in the navbar, what we are doing, data navbar, data nav link and data nav toggle. Here you can see the nav section, we have nav toggle button, toggle menu. So these values are referred over here. So whenever you can see the first constant that we are creating is that, so whenever you click on that button, then it will add active list to it. Active list will be added to the nav bar. So what is this active list? You can see here active list will add visibility equal to visible. So the website will be visible, then only the website will showcase. And whenever you click on the cross button, it will remove the active list. That is the reason we are adding toggle. In place of toggle we can also add and remove function also. And you can see here whenever the close navbar button is clicked, we will remove the active list. That is, you can see here the cross mark is there, right? So whenever you click on the cross, then this navbar will disappear because the active link will be removed. So what is this active link? Active link has visibility equal to visible, right? So if this is not applied to the navbar, then the visibility will be hidden. So it will be removed. Then navbar list, nav link, slide down button. And we have the hero section. You can go to the hero section. In the hero section, you can see this is the hero section. In the hero, this first section, we are having the image, that is the figure, and we are also adding the background, that is the table element, hero content. We are adding using paragraph element, h1 element, that is the heading element. Then unordered list for adding the list item, and anchor tags. And ion icon is the icon that we are using in this website. For this website development, we are adding arrow forward outline button to it, icon to it. Then we have the main 3 domains. Then we have another unordered list for list item and span element of years of experience, and strong element for 5+ years. Then we have list item, strong and span element. Then we have an anchor tag for the slide down button, and we have an icon by using the arrow down icon. This is the hero section. And hero section, you can see here, this is the hero section. Then in the hero section, you can see the name, the heading, and the button and the card holder. Let's go to the hero section. This is the hero section. Background color is given, padding is given. For the hero banner, we are adding the margin block and maximum width is given to it. Hero title and hero list is given. And for the list link, we are using display flex. Justify content is flex to start. Align items is center. Gap is 12 pixel. You can see all the links, that is web development, Canva design, and YouTube. They are aligned towards the left hand side, that is flex start direction. And whenever you hover onto those links, what will happen is that the color will change. At the same time, the ion icon, you can see here, the ion icon transition will take place. That is, whenever you hover onto this links, that is web development, Canva design, and YouTube, the arrow will show towards upside. That transition is taking place here. You can see ion icon transition is given to it. Then we have list item, displays flex start, center. Experience, that is, you can see the experience section. We have two experience sections, that is 5+ years of experience, 850+ of successful projects. We are using display flex and we are aligning them at the center. The gap given between is 15 pixel. The 15 pixel gap, you can see the gap. This is the 15 pixel gap is given over here. Then we are given color, font size, font weight, basic values. Then we have skills. Then we can go to the next section. Next section is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, we have the main div, that is content. Then we have paragraph element for the heading, section subtitle, section title, best works. Then we have another list, and in that we have a list item. Inside list item, we have a div that is called as card div, and for that we are adding a figure. Then we are adding an anchor tag, and anchor tag, in that anchor tag we are adding the ion icon, that is arrow forward outline icon. Then we have H3 element, that is card title. For the card title, paragraph element for card text. In the same list item is copied again for 6 more times. You can copy it again for 6 more times for 6 portfolios. You can see here. Let me show you the portfolio image. This is the portfolio image, and you can see the headings are aligned towards the left side. We have already seen this. And then section title is given to them, colors are added to them. And we have already given the default values, that is, whenever you hover onto these images, you can see a card will appear on it, and it will showcase an arrow, as well as it will showcase the details that we have added, movies and web development. You can see here, I have already told you about the card. Here you can see, whenever you hover onto the card, the opacity will become 1. And what is this opacity? Because we are adding an absolute to it, so it will hover onto the image, a card will be shown, and vivid data will be shown with an arrow mark, that we have already discussed. Next we can go to the next section, that is skills section. Once again, can go to the next section, that is skills section. In the skills section, we have the main div container. Then we have another div for skills content. In that we have paragraph element for section subtitle and H2 element for section title. This is the default values that I have already explained to you, because of which only they are aligned towards the left hand side. You can see the skills and skills heading both are aligned towards the flex start element, that is to the left hand side, which we have already added. Then you can see that we have a paragraph element for the data, and we have an unordered list. In that we have a list item, and in that list item we have two divs. One is for the wrapper, that is for the information, that is HTML, CSS, and with the skill value is 85%, 95%. And we have another div for progress bar, and this progress bar width is equal to 95%. We are using style equal to 95%. You can see in the skills image that it will cover up to 95% of the skill bar, that is by the second div that we have added. And the same list item is copied again for 3 more times. And then we have last div, that is skills banner as before div. can see the styles. Here you can see section title and section we have already talked about this. Then we have the wrapper. For the wrapper we are using display flex direction is space between, align items is center. You can see they are aligned exactly in the equal format, one after the another. Then space between, right? So we have spaces added between HTML and 95%. You can see the spaces added exactly between them. Then we have section title, section progress bar. For the progress bar we are adding the background color, and the width is already defined in the index.html, right? Here you can see the style, we are using inline style here, and we are already given the width that is 90%. So we are just adding the color to it. For every progress box we are adding the background color. And you can see timeline item. That's it. Next we have the timeline section. In the timeline section we have the container, main container, then we have paragraph element for subtitle, and we have heading element for the section title, which we have already seen. You can see here. Let's go to the this one. Next this one. That we have added another list. We are using another list again, and we are using list item. In that list item we have h3 element for the time period, paragraph element for the item title, and for another paragraph element for the item address. And the same list item is copied again based on your interest. I've copied here like 5 times, and you can see here you have added like 4 here. There's one more again. This is the timeline that we have added, and you can see here for the timeline icon we are using displays grid. Gap is 15 pixel, so you can see 15 pixel of gap is given to each and every timeline. And then we have given them color, font size are added to them. Font size is added to them, and we have already added display flex is there, right? So for the container element, so each and every element is aligned one after the another, and you can see how they are equally spaced. Then we can go to the next section, that is the pricing section. In the pricing section we have the main div, that is container. Then we have another div that says pricing content, paragraph element for section subtitle, h2 element for section title, and another paragraph element for section text. Then we have an order list. In the order list we have the list item. Inside list item we have a div that is nothing but paragraph card, and we are using iron icon here, and we are adding h3 element for card title and data element for card price. So the same list item is copied again for as many cards that you want to add. And then you can see here this is the one, and because we have already known that for the section title and section subtitle they will be aligned towards the left hand side, because we have already gone to the code that says towards displays flex is added to them, and flex start is the justify content we have given. And for the paragraph element you can see section text is given 60 pixel. You can see above margin, this margin is 60 pixel. Then we have pricing list. For the pricing list, then you can see here we are using displays grid. Gap is 30 pixel, and the gap you can see for each and every card we are adding 30 pixel of gap. And you can see for the pricing card we are adding the color. Background color is given to it, background color, border radius is given, and box shadow effect. You can see the box shadow effect, it looks like a 3D icon. And then we have for the pricing card we are using for the iron icon, we are applying the color to it. You can see for the icon we have orange color, and whenever we hover onto it we change the color to white color, and that is added here. You can see that whenever you hover onto the pricing card, then background color will change into theme color, and the color will change for iron icon color, and the normal text color will change into white color. You can see here the app development, the price, and the icon color change into white, and the background color change into orange. Then we have the contact me form. We can go to the contact section, and this is the contact section. And in the contact section we have the main div, that is the container div, and inside we have another div that is contact content. Then we have paragraph element for the section subtitle, and h2 tag for the section title, and we have another paragraph element for section text. Then we have another list. In that another list, we have the list item which has contact item, that is address. First we are using an icon for the location outline icon. Then we are using address. For that address tag, we are adding the address icon URL. Then another list item. In that list item, we are using an icon, and we are using an anchor element for mentioning the mobile number. And then we have used another list item, ion icon, and inside that we have an ion icon, anchor element for the email address. Then we have another list item. Inside we have another ion icon, and we have an anchor tag for the website name. So the div ends here. Then we have another one, that is form div. Form, inside form we have input elements, and definitely try to mention the type element, because whenever we mention the type, let me show you. So whenever somebody is entering data into the form, and for the email ID, we have to always have at the date gmail.com or at the date email.com is important, right? So if the user doesn't provide that input, and if you don't mention type here, if you mention type, then it will showcase an error. If you mention email as a type, then it will showcase an error to the user that you have to mention at the rate gmail.com. Then he will verify the user, and it will and he will enter the correct data. That is the reason we always have to use type in the type attribute in the input tags. Here we have email. Then we have text area. Whenever you want to give more space, then you can use text area, and we can use button. We have a button element for submit button, and we have an ion icon, that is arrow icon. You can see here we have an arrow beside submit button. Then we can go to the CSS. Then we can go to the CSS. In the CSS, you can see we have given the normal values. Then we have contact item, that is display flex. Align items is center. You can see they're aligned exactly at the center. Then we have ion icon. For the ion icon, we are given the colors, and for the contact link, we have given the color font family, and the input fields we have given color. And you can see here the border, 1 pixel border is given. You can see 1 pixel border to each and every input tags. Then we have input field focus. So whenever you try to enter it, then the border color will change into dark black color. Then for the text input area also, we are adding the resize is vertical, and that is whenever you try to enter in the message element, it will go continuously in the vertical direction. That is, you can enter as much as data as you want. Then we have submit button. For that we are given the background color, display flex, specify content is center, align accent is center, gap is 8 pixel, and you can see the gap, 8 pixel of gap is given here. Then we have the submit button. Hover, or whenever you hover onto it, the background color will change. And for the ion icon, transition will take place. That is the you can see ion icon, we have the arrow icon towards straight right. So whenever you hover onto the submit button, the arrow icon will show towards upside. The transition will take place. Then we have the footer element. The footer element, we have the main div, that is the container div. Then inside container we have the paragraph div for copyright. Then we have another list. In that another list we have the list item anchor tag. Inside anchor tag we have ion icon, that is logo Facebook. In such a way we are copying the ion icon for adding logo Twitter and logo Instagram. Then we also added script tag. By using script tag, we added the script.js. We have linked to the script.js here, and we also added ion icon external links to our website, so that we can be able to access the ion icons into the website. You can see here all that's reserved and the social media icons. That CSS is given here, footer, and we are copyright link is inline block. And for the whenever you hover into the copyright link, then we get the text declaration is underlined. That is whenever you go to this all that's reserved, then it will show as an underline below it whenever you hover onto it. And for the social list, we have added display flex, justify content is center, gap is 20 pixel. You can see 20 pixel of gap is added to each and every social link, that is Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Then you can go to the social media queries. Media queries are nothing but whenever you want to make your website responsive, that is whenever you want to make your website available in the mobile version, tab version also, then you will use this media query. This is nothing but first you have to write the entire code for any of the versions, that is mobile version or for the desktop version. We have written it for the mobile desktop version, right? Now we have written it for the mobile version. Now we will change small values. We can see here display justifies flex start, gap is equivalent. The minimum width is 576 pixel, means that the websites, the devices that are that has larger screen size than 576 pixel, that is nothing but more than mobile devices, we these values will apply to them. So here we are changing nothing but the display values are changing, the font size values are changing. You can see for 760 above pixel means this is for the tab, and you can see display, mostly the font size values will change, display values will change. You can see quick template 3 and 1 FR, that is in the desktop version you have lot of space, right? You can display 3 items at the one place. You can see here in the portfolio section, this is the desktop version, right? So we can display three portfolios, that is three projects we can display. In the mobile version we don't have that much space, so we can only display them in the one after the another. That is the reason in the desktop version we are using grid template is column repeat is 3 1 f, that is 3 items you can display. And whenever in the mobile version we are using grid template column repeat equal to 1 fr, because we don't have more, we don't have large size for the mobile device, right? So we want them to be displayed one after the another. You can see mostly the font size values, display values only change. There is no new code is added here. The simply whatever the value that were already given, for them you are changing the font size value, the display values will be changed, that's all. And you can see most of the elements will be having those values only, so you don't have to be worried about what responsive web design is. The That is, it is very important, because if your website is available in all device types, then it will be accessible to more users, right? So that is the reason responsive web design is very important. You don't have to like worry about it. First try to complete one site, that is either mobile version or either desktop version. Then you can just change those values. By changing those values, mostly font size values will change, the display values will change, because in the mobile version we don't have large space, right? So we have to display any elements one after the another. In the desktop version we can display one beside also, right? In the portfolio you can see here also that we can display three projects, right? So in the desktop version we can display three projects. We are using display by using the grid element, we are specifying that we can display three elements, so three elements are specified. In the mobile version we cannot display three elements, right? Because the size is small, so you have to mention grid template column is 1 fr, that is one after the another it will be displayed. So these values, there are no new values added here, just the values will change, that is size values will change, the width will change, that's all. So you don't have to be worried about them too much. So just concentrate on building one side of the coin, that is whether desktop side or the mobile side, and then changes values accordingly based on the view gaze, that is display values will change, and the font size background values will change, that's all. And we have already gone through the JavaScript. Then the website ends here. This is the website that we built. The home section, then portfolio section, skills section, pricing section, education section, contact section. That's all. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe, and try to visit the channel. There are tutorials, line by line tutorials. You can learn the front-end web development, and there are a lot of projects are available on the channel. Try to visit the channel for more amazing content. Now let's go through each and every section. Right now we are in the home section. You can see I have aligned the navbar here by using this button, menu icon, the desktop version also. You can see the hover effect on each and every section. Then you can close the navbar here. Then we have the text, and we can see the hover effect and change in the icon, the arrow icon. You can see it will move towards upside when you hover onto it. And you have a down arrow button to go to the next section. Then we can go to the next section is the portfolio section. You can see the hover effect. It tells what that project is and which domain it is from.
And you can see we can also by using the swiper we have added more projects here. Then you can go to the professional skills section. You can see the image right side revealing. You can see the bar effect. Bar effect are the skills proficiency percentage. And then we can see the education and experience timeline. You can see how we have aligned them. Then we have the pricing for each and every service. You can see the icons, integration of icons, as well as you can see the hover effect. Whenever we hover onto it, the color changes, and box shadow effect. You can see like a 3D box, 3D button. You can see the box shadow effect. And then we can go to the contact section. You can see we integrated the icons as well as the form. The form. Whenever we hover onto the button, the color also changes as well as the arrow mark will shift towards upside. This entire website is done using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and it is very beginner friendly. The website is also available in mobile and tab version also. This website is entirely responsive. You can see this is the desktop version. Now let's go to the mobile version. This is the mobile version. You can see how neatly they have aligned. Then you can also see the menu bar, drop down menu section, and see how neatly the transition is taking place. That is moving from one section to another section. And this is the tab version of the website. You can see how neatly they have aligned, taking the space properly. The menu bar. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing tutorials and designs. There are a lot of designs available, lot of projects, not just portfolios. We have travel websites, movie websites, and you can learn front-end web development. And we have also added line by line coding tutorials to explain you each and every line in the making of this portfolios or websites. Try to visit the channel. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The entire source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Now we are in the nav bar section. You can see the hover effect on the nav elements, and you can see the hover effect on the button, that is contact me button, and we have download CV button. Next, you can see how we have aligned the data perfectly by having a proper space between them by using margin bottom. Then we have the social media icons. You can see the hover effect, the skills that we are good at. And next, in the next section, you can see this is our service section. And whenever we hover onto it, the background color will change as well as the icon color also will change from black to orange. You can see that. Next, we have the freelance uh, bar. Then we have our clients, and you can switch from one client to another client reviews. You can also call that testimonials section. Then we have the projects. Recent projects. You can see the hover effect on them. Next, we have our blog. See the hover effect. You see the image perfectly aligned, exactly at the center, and you can see the box effect like the 3D box. Next, we have our contact form. Our contact form, our icons, and send message button. You can see the social media icons and copyright. This website is entirely responsive. That is, it is also available in mobile version. Let me show you it. Show it to you. So this is the mobile version. You can see how neatly we have aligned each and every section is aligned perfectly. for the mobile size. And you can see the bar also. You can see by clicking on it, we have the menu bar. This website source code is available in the description. Definitely try to build this project, and if you want full tutorials are also available in the YouTube channel of our channel. And if you want to learn web development, definitely try to build this project. All the source codes are available in the description, and the tutorials also, line by line code tutorials also available in the website, available in the YouTube channel of my channel. Definitely try to visit the channel. And entire project is built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. IN icons are used, and the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Hello everyone. Now let's go through the line by line code for making this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So right now we are in the index.html file. You can see this. And right now we are in the head section. We have the meta tags. Then we have the title tag. We have title tag for the title of the website, that is responsive portfolio website. Then we have linked our Google API and Google font families, as well as we have linked JavaScript delivery. This is one of the JavaScript libraries that we have, and we have also linked to style.css file. You can see here, this is the style.css file. This is the style.css file. Then we can go to the body section. In the body section, we have the first div, that is site main wrapper. This is the first starting form, and we are having the button element. In that button element, we are using image tag to have hamburger svg file. Then we have another div, that is, this is for the mobile nav bar. For the mobile nav bar, we are creating this. We are having a button with times svg, which is nothing but the menu icon, you can say. Then we have another list for the list items, that is our nav elements, nav links, about, services, testimonial, and work. Then we have our header tag. In the header tag, we have the container, main container. Inside the container, we have the main navbar for the desktop, and in that navbar we have a div for having the logo svg. Then we have another div for having the anchor elements for each and every section, that is home, about, service, testimonial, and work. And we are referring, h reference is nothing but when whatever the hashtag value that we are giving here to that particular section, whenever we click on it, we will be moved to that particular section. Here I am providing hashtag about. You can see here I have for the section id equal to about. This about, it will call to this about. So whenever you click on this about button in the navbar, then it will move to the about section. Then we have another div for contact me button. Then the navbar ends, and in the second div element we have the data, that is first div we have the image, portfolio image. In the second div we have the information, that by using heading tags, that is h6, h1 heading tags, and span element is to highlight any value. Then we use span element and we will give specific css values to them. Then we have the paragraph element to write description of description. Then we have another div element and button tag for download cv button. This is then the header ends here. Now let's go with the css also. Then here we are importing utilities.css file. You can see this is the utilities.css file. These are the you can say that these are the most widely used values that we are returning in one css file, and we are importing it to the main css file. You can see we have flex, this is displays flex. Then we have item center, align items is center. So now we don't have to write align item center to each and every section. We can just add this items.center as class to any specific section in the index.html. Then we will get this value over there. Justify between. Then we have button. For the button element, we are adding padding, font size, font weight is given, border is 2 pixels solid, transparent. These all values are given to the button element, and you can see the button also in the image. Let me show you the image so that you can be able to understand it perfectly. Here you can see this button element. So this same button format is also used. The difference is that whenever
if we hover onto the download CV button, we will get the glow, like the blue color background will come and the contact text will convert into black color. For that, we are here, what we are doing here, we are creating a button first having those same border elements. You can see how similar both buttons are, download CV as well as contact me button. Then we are separating them by using button primary and button primary hover and button secondary hover. So by changing small values, all the remaining values are the same. We are just changing the background color and color of the text. So that is how we are doing it. Next we have flex one, then justify center is center. So these are the most widely used one. So I'm writing in them in the utility.css file and I'm importing it to the main CSS file by using ethicate import. And root element is nothing but whatever the values that you want to use in this website, that is in the each and every section. You don't want to repeat those values. You don't want to write hash beat 3d cf03. You don't want to write everywhere. So you are giving a name to it and you are writing those values in the root element. And when the way that we call those values is by using var element. You can see here background var of dark is nothing but, here you can see dark, that means this color will be added to this particular background of the header section. So we are just going to import it by using var element. Then we have body, for that font family is added, that is poppins. Then we have HTML. Then we have star, that is the basic default values, padding is 0, margin is 0, box shadow is border box, WebKit font smoothing is aerialized. Then we have header section, we are adding background color and clip path. Then we have container. This is the main container. This is default container. Maximum width is 1152 pixel and padding is given to it. Then margin is 0 and auto. Then this media query is for minimum width 576. That is 576 and above screen size devices only these values will apply. So responsiveness is nothing but, first you will try to make any website in the mobile version or in the desktop version. Then you will change those values just by changing their font size values or changing the display values. Like you in the desktop version we have lot of space. So what we are doing, we're gonna align grid by using saying that we can have 3 grids in the desktop version because the space is more. The mobile version we cannot have 3 div sections in the same row, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna change the grid type to 1 in each section. That means one after the another the div will be placing. So that is done, that small changes are done in the by using ethicate media and mentioning the screen size. Here I am mentioning minimum width is 576, that means 576 and above width elements, that means desktop tab version, these values will be applied to them. Then next we have header nav element, and to the left we are adding color, and for them we are adding these values. Text transform is uppercase, you can see here in the next you can see all these values are having uppercase only. You can see home, about, services, testimonial, work. Then we can see hover effect, that is primary, padding, margin right, padding, width, color, font size. We are giving value to each and every span element. You can see span element, I am giving this primary. You can see for the span element, that is developer or Apiram Tej, these are under the span element, so they are getting different color than the remaining one are getting white color. So by separating those elements that you want to highlight more, you can use span element. You can, like here you can see the span element. Here you can see for the developer I'm adding span element. Then section, then we can go to the about section. Let's go to the about section. So now we are in the about section. You can see the main div, that is container, which is flex, displays flex, item center. You can see these all values are already available in which are available in utilities. So I am directly adding them as classes to that particular section. Then these CSS values are directly aligned to this particular section already, so that we don't have to write for each and every section align item center, that these values we don't have to write again and again. So I'm adding them to the class section. That is the main reason why we have given use utility.css file. And we have first image section, then we have another section for having the information by using h1 h3 elements, these are heading tags. Then we have paragraph element for the description. Then we have another div for social div, that is nothing but to have our social here I have added our what you call this. These are the main skills that I have used here. Then the section ends here. Here you can see that I have the small changes is there. I don't have this is small. Okay, then the about section ends here. I forgot. Okay, next let's go to the CSS file. We can go to the about section here. That is here we are adding the height value to it. Then we are adding margin, bottom, font size, font weight. You know all these small values. Next we have font family Slato. For specific one we can use this value. Then displays flex. You can see the about PNG so that you can understand here this for this social for these icons we are using display as flex. For displays flex is given. Then we can then we are for the anchor element, that is nothing but here you can see for these values we are giving anchor tag elements. We are adding background, displays flex, align items is center, justify item is center, width is 40 pixel, and because we are adding border radius equal to 50%, we will get an exact circle background, that is black color background to it. And we are using hover effect, and for the icons we are using, so whenever you hover onto the icons, for that we are adding font size and color equal to orange color. You can see the color orange color is added to them for the icons. And next section heading, section span, section heading plus paragraph elements. Next we can go to the services section. These all values you know, there's font size, basic values. Most of them I have already covered in the utilities. Then we have service section. Then we are having container. The first container we are having h1 element, that is heading element. You can see section heading element which is already given here. Section heading element, you can see color is given to that, and we are added color, text align is center, margin bottom is center, line height is center, so that just one second, let me show you the services image. You can see our services and heading both are added exactly at the center of the page. That is done by using this CSS value, that is text align center. Then we have a card section, card wrapper. In that we have div sections. In the first div we are adding an icon, that is a slash icon / then we are adding HTML element for the heading and paragraph element to let you know what the profession is dealing with. The same div element is copied again for 4-5 times. You can copy as many as you want, as many what do you say, as many professions that you are doing. Like I am having web developer, I'm a web developer, video editor, e-commerce website developer, and I have a responsive web design also I'm doing. I'm a Canva designer, I have development. You can add as many as you want. For that I'm using each and every div, separate divs, and I'm wrapping all these divs in one div, that is nothing but card wrapper div. You can see all these divs are inside another div, whole div, that is nothing but card wrapper div. Then we can go to the style.css. Heading tags have been completed. Next service section of service background we are giving. You can see card for the card wrapper what we are giving, displays grid template column repeat 3 1fr. So that is the reason we are having 3 elements. You can see 3 1fr means 3 elements are placed in one row, then it will go to the next one and place the remaining one. Grid this is how you use the grid element. And you can mention the grid column gap is 2rem, grid row gap is 6rem. Column gap is nothing but the gap between each and every section is column gap, and the gap between one row to another row is column row gap. You can see a grid row gap 6rem. And for each card also we are giving background color is white, padding position is given to them, and we are also gonna give values to the icon, that is position is absolute. Whenever you give position as absolute, it will hover onto the element. So it will hover onto this div element, that is the parent element, and this icon will become the child element. And because we are added the position is absolute, for that we are given the values to make it center, and we are given color as dark color. You can see it is in black in color. And we are added you can see h2 element, paragraph element, we are given font size, color values, and we have given whenever we pour onto the card element, background will become dark. You can see the background color will become dark, and the text will change, this text color will change into white color. You can see here paragraph element, that the whenever we hover onto it, we can change the paragraph element will change pure, which is nothing but white color, and the icon will change into orange color. You can see here, whenever you hover onto it, the background will change into black color, the text will change into white color, and the icon will change into orange color. That is done by hover effect. Whenever you hover onto it, this is how you mention hover. Next we have the section freelancer. Then we have small section, that is freelance section. In that we have h1 element, that is a heading element, then paragraph element, then download CV button. You can see that freelance website here. Just one second. This is the freelance website, freelance page. For that we are adding the text align is center, background color linear gradient, and we are adding the image. This is how you integrate two things. You can see here that we are added an image and we have a light blurrish background, so that you can be able to see the background image. At the same time the text will be appearing darker way, so that you can understand, you can be able to know what text has been written on it. This is how you combine gradient with our image. Then color is added to it, clip path is given, then padding bottom, freelance h1, then paragraph. For them values are given. Then we can go to the review section. That is nothing but review section. This is the review section. This is also you can also say it as testimonial section also. Here we are adding the main div, that is a section heading. We have already gone through this, and paragraph element. These both values will be aligning at the center of the page. You can see this is the one. We will align our lines. We provide high quality services for your business. Align exactly at the center, because we have added section heading class to it. Then we have slider div. It is the main div. Inside we have single divs for each and every project that we are building. First we have an image, then we have paragraph element, then we have span element to add the person's name. The same div is copied again. Here I am copying it for 4 times, and I am using another div, that is slide dots div. This div is to slide from one section to one side, because we are only displaying one testimonial at one time. Then to move from one section to this section, you can see these dotted elements below it. So when you click on it, it will move, and it will also slide frequently, like 2 seconds after it will slide automatically. So for that we are adding the values. Then for the slide value we are aligning text align is center, displays flex, align items is center, flex direction is column. You can see one after the another they are aligned, and the entire values you can see they're aligned exactly towards the center. The image, the data, and the princess name is aligned exactly at the center of the div. Then for the paragraph element we are adding font family, color, and margin, span. Then dots, for the dots you can see list style is done, displays flex. This is important because it will surely display. Justify content is center. You can see the dots are aligned exactly at the center. Next we have section view slide dots button. This is the slide dot button. For that we are adding the font size 0, width is 8 pixel, height is 5 pixel. You can see small dots. For that we have given these values. Color is also given to it, background color. Then we can go to the work section, that is our portfolio section. The work section we have the main container. Inside the main container h1, that is section dot heading, then paragraph element. These both will be aligned exactly at the center. Then we have card wrapper element. Inside that card wrapper we have a div. In that div is nothing but card div. Then inside that div we have an overlay, which is span. This in span portfolio anchor tag with web development. And then we have an image. This same div is copied again. As many projects as you want, you can copy here. Then I will let you know why I have written it as overlay here. Class is overlay is given to it. First let me show you the image. Portfolio image. You can see this effect, the hover effect is given to it, that you will understand it. Let me tell you. So here I am giving card wrapper is the main div that holds all the elements. So we are giving displays grid template column repeat 3 1fr. That is the reason we are having 3 portfolios, 3 projects, and then it will go to the next section. So here what I am doing next, we have is the card. For that we are giving position is relative, height is given, and then we are going for the overlay. Here I am giving position as absolute. So what happens whenever you give position absolute, then it will act as a child element and it will hover onto the image. That is the reason car rental web development, these two are divs. you can see here it overlay is a div. In that we have portfolio and web development. These two values are there. These two values will act as child and it will hover onto the portfolio png that we have given here. That is only happening here. You can see it will hover onto it. For that we are giving background color and we are giving display flex, justify content is center, so the values will be aligned exactly the center. And it will happen when you hover onto that button. You can see whenever you hover onto it, then only the opacity value will become 1. Opacity is 0 means it will be, even if you hover onto it, it will not be visible to you. And whenever you hover onto the card, then opacity will become 1. It will be visible to you like this way. You can see here in the image. Okay. Next, for the anchor element, the image, then we can go to the block section. So now we are in the block section. Same way, in the main div we have h1 element, that's a heading. In paragraph element, then we have card wrapper, then we have div for card, and here we have the main first div, that is image wrapper, that is we are going to have the image. Then we have the second div for the card content. In that we are using anchor element and h1 element to add the data, and span element, then we are adding paragraph tag to have more information, and anchor tag for no more button. Same div is copied again for three times. Let me show you the image so that you can understand it perfectly. You can see I'm having 3 div values here, and you can see because I'm adding section heading, our log has been added exactly at the center of the page. So this card wrapper, you can see displays grid template repeat is 3 1fr, so we are going to have 3 aligned exactly in the row format, one after the another. And you can see here that for the image we are giving height width is given, object fit is cover, then card content padding is given to them, h1 anchor tag, and you can see for anchor element whenever you hover onto it the color will change, and then span paragraph element, then we have read more button, the font size is given to it. Then for the card wrapper we are giving, you can see these are values. Then we can go to the card wrapper, that is for the contact section. Can go to the contact section. In the contact section we have the heading tag, that is h1 element, paragraph tag, then we have again card wrapper, div, 3 divs I am using here to mention 3 elements, that is one is phone number, by using ion icon I'm using for call icon, then I am adding h1 element for mobile, and h6 element, that is heading tag, for adding the mobile number. Similarly I am copying it and changing it into email name, email id, visit office address. 3 sections I am using. Then after that I'm having a form, that is the form element I'm using. Inside we are using input wrap. One is the input div for both input elements, one is text and one is the email. The reason to use type element is that whenever you give a form, the user is typing any data into it, and if the user is not typing at the date gmail.com, then it will not consider it as an email at all. So it will showcase as an error that you have forgotten to mention at the date gmail.com. So it will give a validation before submitting your form to it, so that you can be able to get proper valid information. That is the reason every time try to mention type to it. Then we have another div for input text, and text area is given. Text area is whenever you want to have more space or more information that you want to take from the user rather than one liner, then you can mention this, you can use this text area and you can mention column and rows numbers. Then we have button wrapper. Here I am using button for the send message button. You can see the image, contact me image. Let me show you. This is the contact form. Because we are using section heading, it's gonna add exactly at the center of the page. Then I'm using the elements, that is our icons. You can go to here, card wrapper, card, text line is center, and then we are adding ion icon. For the ion icon, margin bottom is here, font size is 2 you can see the size of the icon. Then h1 h6 elements, for that we are adding the font size color values. Then for the input wrap, we are using grid template column repeat to 1fr. You can see for the input wrap we are adding 2 elements, one is your name and your email. They are aligned here one beside another because we are using grid template column is 2. That is the reason we are adding 2 elements. Then for the input wrap 2, we are using display flex. Flex direction is column. That is the reason we are having your subject, and then we are having your messages one after the another, because we are using flex direction as column direction. You can see flex direction is column. Input values, then for them we are adding the padding border values, and whenever you hover onto any of it, outline will become none. Button wrapper, you can see text icon is center. The send message button, they are aligned exactly at the center. Next we can go to the footer section. In the footer section we have social media icon, that is Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, by using the anchor elements in footer social tag. And then we have second div, that is for the copyright div. We can see the footer and footer logo here. For the footer social elements, we are using margin top and footer social margin bottom. So color values are given to them. And for the copyright element also, we are giving color value. And site main wrapper, this is for the image that we have used in the first section. Then this is the mobile nav. For the mobile nav, you can consider this. You can see all these images, right? Images, index.html logo file. You consider this as the mobile. Then in the mobile version, we don't have large space, right, to have the entire nav bar in the section, right? So what we are doing, let me show you. So we don't have this much space like in the desktop mode. We have a lot of space, so we are having the nav bar exactly in the center. But in the mobile screen, we don't have that much space, right? So we are gonna hide that nav bar at one side by making it minus value, and then whenever you click on the menu icon, then it will come into the section by using the JavaScript. So for that, first of all, what we are doing is that for that mobile nav, we are adding position is fixed, top is 0, left is 0, z index is 1001, background is given to them, weight is 100%, these values are given to it. And then for the open, transform is called translate x direction is towards right side to left side. Horizontal is translate x means from the horizontal direction it will move. So here you have minus 100%, right? So it will go outside of the mobile view, so we will not be able to see it. Whenever you click on it, this open class will be added to the main nav bar. Let me show you that. So here one section, here we can see mobile nav. For this one, we will add this open class. When it will add means, let me show you the JavaScript code for it. So you can see here a slide this arrow for this is for the slider dots that we have in the section in the client section. Here you can see what I'm doing. I'm referring those values, the times and mobile nav view. You can see here you can see hamburger, then mobile nav view and times. These three I'm referring here, and I'm creating three constants. Then it will move to that, then it will add open to it. So open, what will happen to the open is what, transform translate x equal to 0, so it will be visible to the mobile version. So it will come out of the minus 100 means it will go out of the mobile view, and translate x equal to 0 means it will be come inside the mobile view, and you will be able to see the nav bar. That JavaScript code is done here. And whenever you click on the cross icon, you can see whenever you click on the class icon, then it will close, then it will remove the open style.css file. That means it will remove it. Then transform translate will become minus 100 again, so it will move out of the mobile view. So this is the entire code for the website portfolio. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe, and the source code is available in the description. Definitely try to visit the channel for more tutorials. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The entire source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Now we are in the nav bar section. You can see the hover effect on the nav elements, and you can see the hover effect on the button, that is contact me button. and we have download CV button. Next, you can see how we have aligned the data perfectly by having a proper space between them by using margin bottom. Then we have the social media icons. You can see the hover effect, the skills that we are good at. And next, in the next section, you can see this is our service section. And whenever we hover onto it, the background color will change, as well as the icon color also will change from black to orange. You can see that. Next, we have the freelance uh, bar. Then we have our clients, and you can switch from one client to another client reviews. You can also call that testimonials section. Then we have the projects, recent projects. You can see the hover effect on them. Next, we have our blog. See the hover effect. You see the image perfectly aligned, exactly at the center, and you can see the box effect like the 3D box. Next, we have our contact form. Our icons, and send message button. You can see the social media icons and copyright. This website is entirely responsive. That is, it is also available in mobile version. Let me show you it. Show it to you. So this is the mobile version. You can see how neatly we have aligned each and every section. It's aligned perfectly for the mobile size. And you can see the bar also. You can see by clicking on it, we have the menu bar. This website source code is available in the description. Definitely try to build this project, and if you want full tutorials are also available in the YouTube channel of our channel. And if you want to learn web development, definitely try to build this project. All the source codes are available in the description, and the tutorials also line by line code tutorials also available in the website, available in the YouTube channel of my channel. Definitely try to visit the channel. And entire project is built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Iron icons are used, and the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.